And we are getting ready to light the dog power go-kart up, folks. What's this place called again? Come on, guys, hike. Come on, Zara. Watch Princess coming through that tight area. Watch this branch he's caught on.
He's good. Go ahead. The dog's coming. We gotta get going.
Which way? Towards us?
Behind you.
Okay. Walkie-talkies?
Fine. What do we got? Where's we got?
Bowls we got.
Everybody.
We got a bowl, Jim?
Yep, we got a bowl.
Okay, folks, so we are on the trail now. This is the, I forget what trail, but we're in Virginia near Manassas. We know that. We just started out, and we're going down, it's called Pyrite Road inside the state park we're in. And we're just taking this because it said it's a mile or so to the bridge, and then we're going to turn around. It did say there was a detour there, but if there's not, we'll take it across, and we'll see where we wind up. But looks like we're on a beautiful day for sure. And we've got 15-year-old Princess with us right now. She's going to get in as many miles as she can, even if it's just of a mile. There she is on the camera right now. And depending where you're watching this at, we're recording this in a couple different ways. So she is the dog on my left side, the white dog behind the dark dog, which is Zara. Now, this trail is more of a state park road, and this is just part of that road. There are trails that meander through here, is my understanding. We talked to the park ranger earlier, but most of them are probably not going to be wide enough for the dog power go-kart. Jimmy is my co-pilot today, and he's here to assist me with the dogs and sometimes the different situations that we get into. And basically, this is what I do. I take my dogs all over the east coast of the United States, mostly in the mid-Atlantic region. Sometimes we will venture further. We've gone as far north as the Cape Cod Rail Trail in Massachusetts, and as far as southwest, almost to Tennessee. I believe it was the Virginia Creeper Trail, very close. Only a couple miles from the Tennessee border, but still in Virginia. I work with a team of people that I've assembled. Over the years, we have some alumni too who no longer do it with me, but who are very much still following what I do and very much interested in it. It's a full-time job for me, taking my Huskies and adventuring. We do other adventuring, such as off-leash running, some farms that I've been able to actually negotiate leases with to run the dogs off-leash. And you can search WooFDriver, WOOF on Google, and you can see some of our videos of off-leash running. I also do another activity. I call it Amazing Chase. She's doing a marking stuff. Yep. Called the Amazing Chase, which is actually lure coursing. Most of you probably aren't familiar with it. It's a professional canine sport. Usually it appeals mostly, and it's created for sight hounds because it's a flag essentially that goes around the course and mimics prey, because a flag is weightless essentially and it floats across the ground like an animal would move, and it's hard to see. We put a really visible flag, but tall grass or ground cover makes it harder to see as it gets further away from the dog. What's that? They cut the bridge down? Huh. So this, yeah, the motor went out on us. Huh. Come on, guys. I wasn't using much of the motor, so it's got a power save feature where it cuts out. So this lure coursing, sight hounds can see, they hunt with their scent. That's why they're called sight hounds. They hunt with their eyes, sorry, whereas most dogs hunt with the scent. So the sight hounds can follow it easily along the course, and it excites them. Other dogs they can see almost up to about a half a mile away movement, but that a little challenging for them with the lure coursing, but some dogs take to it, like 2 of my huskies do. Okay, we got a pit stop for Chase. So actually, Princess and Zorro love it, and we set up our own lure course or maze and chase course, and the dogs go there and do their thing. The dogs who don't like it, I'm gonna go a little forward, Jim. Come on, guys. Oh, Jag's doing a pit stop too. How convenient, 2 for 1. So Zorro's watering the bike, marking it. Good boys. So the lure coursing. Should I go for it?
Go ahead.
Come on, guys. Hike. We clean up after the dogs. Most places, when we're really back in the woods, we can just push it to the side. Sometimes we do have to bag it. And the dogs do a lot of pit stops because this excites them. So when they get excited, kind of like a human, they actually will, it stimulates them to do a bathroom break. One of the other reasons this does it, and it's a lot because of, it makes it easy to train a dog to go to the bathroom outside, is because when they get outside, especially in unfamiliar scents, this is not home, they want to empty themselves in case they have a chance instinctually.
The 2 big white dogs.
She's coming this way. Come on, guys, hike. Come on, Princess.
Yeah, baby. What's wrong with her, baby?
She's wants to, who knows? She's just tight.
Come on, baby.
Come on, Princess. Come on. She doesn't like this road. Come on.
The 2 big white dogs behind.
Come on. So you're gonna see how I. Come on, Princess. I'll put her over on the side. Come on.
Come on, baby.
There she goes.
Come on, baby.
See, because we got her over to the side. Come on, Zorro.
She's walking.
Zorro.
We gotta get her going. Come on, baby.
She's going. She's excited. Good girl. See, she doesn't like the texture of the stones. So the lure coursing, again, what I call the amazing chase, it's really cool. If you Google me, like I said, WooFDriving, you'll check it all out. It's really cool stuff. And again, most people have never seen it. It's an old sport. And they are, as I understand, opening courses up to let people take their dogs on a quick jaunt. And whatever they charge, a dog usually can do a couple laps. Usually it's over 3 to 5 acre course. Dog does a couple laps and they're tired. Huskies could go all day. I mean, I've had Zorro total up over 15 miles running the lure course, or the maze and chase course, as I said. So what was happening with Princess, she was in a pace when we started, but the dog stopped for a pit stop, bathroom break, and she got out of that rhythm. Remember, being over 15 years old, she's tight. She rode in the truck for a few hours to get here. So sometimes it's just about the motivation. What's that? Yep. She's happy, yep. So, in addition, the ground, when you have leaf coverage like we do to my left. Come on, Zorro. Come on, Princess. Come on, Zorro. He's kicking back. He feels good. Yep. Come on, Zorro. He's just kicking back, which is all good. I'm just trying to keep a little bit faster of a pace. I believe we have someone with some dogs behind us, so I want to keep the pace moving if possible. Don't want to distract them. Oh. We can, that's far enough in the woods. Come on, guys. Good boy. Come on, Princess. So the ground will hold because the ground's porous, unlike a paved trail or even the rocks on this trail, which is less likely to hold scents. What I mean by that is other animals that pass through, other animals go to the bathroom, what the dogs like sniffing, and it motivates them when they can smell them. So Princess, sometimes, even when she was younger, it's a little hard to sometimes motivate. She gets bored. Not so much tired. At this age, she does tire easier, but a lot of times it's just out of boredom. But when you put her on the side and she can get into a grassy area or a leafy area or even a brush area filled with brush. She says, all these smells, and they motivate her. There might be another animal up here or another animal passed through, so I want to mark the territory. It's just instinctual for them, and that motivates them. So it's interesting. Certain places, like here, I can't get her over to the side as much because there's a walk-off. Come on, guys. There's a trail to my left.
Detour that way to distant corners, so we just won't go to it.
Yep.
Until we go to the bridge, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's the way to do it. Now I'll put her back over. Notice she's coming towards the bike. She's like, I'm not having more of this road. But if you put me on the side, Dad, I'll do some more running or trotting, walking, etc. But that's all part in the training. And that's why I like giving these, come on, good girl, doing these live broadcasts or doing the videos I do so I can teach people about that, because a lot of people say, come on, Zara. Well, my older dog doesn't want to exercise anymore. My older dog gets tired after, a couple 100 yards. Well, it's not always tired. It's just motivation sometimes. And even if they do tire, you can get a little motivation out of them by knowing what drives them and finding different ways to drive them, quite frankly. Because the exercise is what keeps them alive. Come on, pretty. Come on, good girl. And she's going a little to the side, but I know she can still do some more. Come on. What I mean by that is she's trying to say, hey, Dad, I'm done. But I know she's really not, because I know her. And it's all about reading the canine body language and, again, knowing your dog. So the boys are doing good, but it's a little slow pace for them. So what we'll do is, usually, once Princess goes up in her seat, her special seat's back there, that I hook her in and she safely can ride. And I can run the boys at a faster pace. How's baby?
Good. Keep her over in the sleeve.
How's the boy on the side?
Good.
We don't say his name because sometimes when you say the name, when I say, you try to say it low, he'll look up and distract him, basically. Because I taught them, when I say their name, look at me or slow up. So if we're out free ranging, I can get them to respond without having to say other commands, just by saying their name.
She's doing good on me.
Yeah, she likes them, doesn't she? So we're averaging about 2.6 miles per hour. We're going a half a mile so far, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a really good watch now, bud.
Good.
So I've got all the accuracy I need, and just believe it or not, with all the electronics on board here. Again, if you didn't know, this is electric powered, this dog powered go-kart, as well as pedal powered. But because these speedometers, these bike speedometers, are pretty sensitive and they depend upon the wheel, you got to put the size in and everything. It's a pain in the butt to calibrate them, and we're changing from bike to bike. So instead of learning all that and doing all that, I just rather wear a watch that gives me the exact mileage and speed. And it doesn't have to be calibrated, or you don't have to remember from bike to bike how to work it. But you can see she's liking the leaves. Love getting the dogs out and doing these kinds of activities. It's just all about nature and putting them in their element. She started to slip up on the leaves. Now remember, the ground is leaf covered, so it's a little harder for her to work if it was a paved trail. At the same time, being cool by motivating her, it's a little harder for anybody because they have to lift up their legs higher. For a regular dog, it's okay, but for her age, it's just more work.
She's smelling, Joe.
Yep.
She's holding up like she's smelling.
That's okay. We're here for the dogs if that's what she wants to do. And sometimes under these leaves, as you can imagine, there's divots and little holes. So because she's lifting her legs less and less probably each stride, because it's tiresome, she can drag them a little. And when she drags her paws, she can slip up. And that happens occasionally. She can even fall, but she's not going to fall too far. It's just to the ground. And she's got a lot of cushion on her. And she is tethered to the bike, so she's not going to slide away or anything. But it's happened before, and she just gets right back up and goes. Looks like a pretty good way still, Jim.
Yeah.
I think it was a good idea, bud.
Yeah, well, it ain't the worst 2 miles we ever put in, but that's all we get.
Yep.
I mean, as far as the short race.
The thing that's good is doing it fresh while Princess is still good, because it's a little harder. Once we get on the paved road, it's easier for her to run. That's gorgeous. That's probably some of their equipment. I'll put her more towards here. Come on, pretty. I'm good right now, bud. These brakes have worn in pretty good. Look at her. She's pie stepping it now. Oh, man. It's a little warmer out. It's nice being back here in a little bit of shade, because the trees, obviously, there's no leaves on the trees. Yeah, I don't either, but we have a pretty safe plan, so I think we'll stick to it. We might do it. I want to get out of that woman's way. I don't seem to see her, but I don't. Wherever we go, we find someone with the dog, don't we? Come on, guys. My motor's going off because I haven't used it much. So I'm just turning it back on. Again, it's got a power save on it. So, no, we don't need that. I mean, whatever you want to do, but we're not, these hills aren't big. But it is nice sometimes going on these hill-like trails, because it gives the dogs a chance to climb the hills and get more physical engagement, especially, again, for an older dog like Princess. Now, I know I'm spending a lot of time talking about Princess, but she's quite remarkable at her age to be doing what she's doing, and some of that is just in her genes. She's just got good bloodlines, and some of that is because of the activities we engage, and also diet. So I'm trying to share with everybody, because I know having dogs as they age, sometimes it's a little more challenging to get their activity in. And I also want to let everyone know that just because they get older doesn't mean they can't have fun and be part of your everyday life. And you don't necessarily have to slow up. That might be the wrong word, but you don't have to stop doing stuff that you do. Just find other ways to engage it. Yeah, man. Well, this looks like it goes pretty good, Jim.
Yeah, it's still going.
It's kind of cool. We get on trails and we just explore sometimes. We know that we have our driver, Chris, who kind of like our tour planner. He picks us up, and he'll pick us up anywhere we need to be picked up. He could drive down this road if he had to. I know we're not supposed to, but we do have bolt cutters. We've gotten into emergency situations where we get stuck and we have to be picked up. When I say emergency, it's usually not dog related, usually bike related. It'll break down, and we'll try to get a hold of a park ranger. If we can't, we might have to sometimes get through the gate, put it that way. She likes them leaves, doesn't she? That's exactly why. 3/4 of a mile now.
I don't know what kind of stream we're going to get into, but you might want to give them a swim.
Yeah. If there is a stream, if it's...
maybe a big canyon.
Jim was saying that depending how... We think there's a bridge that's out, and that's why this trail ends in a mile from where we started, a little better than a mile. But possibly if there's a inlet or outlet for water, we might be able to get the dogs in there. We do that sometimes. Remember, the dogs are trained off leash. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Sometimes words of encouragement are enough to keep her going. I usually strive to give her a mile. She surprises me sometimes, and she can do 2, 3, even we did almost 7 miles about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We were on a trail. Just, you never know. Conditions are right. She's motivated. She's feeling good. That's what we can do. Now, this bike is geared really low, so I can climb hills at a kind of low rate of speed, which makes it really nice, almost at a crawling speed. If I was on 2 wheels, I could never do it. I couldn't keep my balance at such a slow speed. But makes it really nice when you're running a dog like Princess, because you can go real gingerly and real slow and kind of ease her into it. Or ease her up a hill, I should say. Now you're hearing the brakes. Believe it or not, that's one of the first things to wear out on these bikes, is I'm usually holding the dogs back. Even without Princess on here, I try to regulate their speed so they don't burn themselves out. They will sprint if they pick up the scent of another animal or they see another animal. It just excites them. Sometimes even just a person, because their eyesight's not real sharp, so up in the distance they're trained to see movement. And if it's a person walking on the trail, sometimes they think that could be an animal, or they think the person could be with an animal, and they start going. Once they realize it's a person without an animal, a dog, whatever, then they usually will slow up. There's that excitement. Looks like we're coming to more equipment, probably to where this bridge is out that they're working on. But we'll see. You think they're working this late in the day? I didn't see many cars coming out, though. I don't hear any equipment. They're probably not. Yeah. Thought I saw some deer, but it was just a branch over there, just a tree. Gotta be, don't they? Even sometimes when you get just new scenery like these trucks, that can excite the dogs because they're so used to seeing just the trees that they think, oh, what's that? Even though it's not moving. Like Princess, even though I had to move her over, she's still interested. We're doing a lot of pee breaks for the dogs. But, you know, sled dogs that do this full time, that are professional sled dogs, they will go to the bathroom as the team is moving, because the musher can't stop the whole team for each dog to go to the bathroom. So they learn to do it. It's not unhealthy or unsafe. It's just the way a sled dog moves. So Jag will do that sometimes. He's learned to do that too, because he's the dog in the back, one of the dogs in the back, and he just, for expediency, chooses to do it, I guess. Maybe in the past I haven't stopped for him. Yep.
I'm more worried about it coming back up.
Yeah, this might be where it's at. You want me to turn around?
No, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you go down that hill, if you didn't have, if you really
Yeah, let's turn it around.
turn around here.
Yep, we're going to turn around. Okay, guys, haul over. Nah, but maybe guide me.
Okay. You're doing good. Go ahead. Keep going forward.
I'm running in the mud here.
Okay. You stop anytime you want.
Right there. Okay, oh, this is how you do a big 20-point turn on a dog cart. I didn't know you were getting out. Glad I looked.
Oh, you want me to have to back up, don't you?
Do you hear water?
I'm sure it's down around that turn. But
Yep.
I don't know how
Too steep, I think. Yep, come on, guys, back up. Back up.
At the wheel, buddy.
Back up. Back up. Good boys.
Come on back.
Back up.
Keep coming.
Back up.
Keep coming.
Back up.
Okay.
Okay. Forward. Come on, princess.
Let's go, Billy. Give it a little gas. Come on, princess. Come on.
She's smelling. Forward. Hike. Okay. Back up.
Hang on, Billy. Give you a hand. Come on,
Wait,
princess.
let get her. Come on, princess.
Let's go. Come on, princess. Come on.
Come on, princess. Back up. I'm holding him back a little bit. Back up.
Okay.
Okay. Forward. Push. Fall forward.
Princess, forward. Come on, princess. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Okay. Back up.
Come on, princess.
Back up. Good girl. Back up.
Come on back, girl.
Back up.
Come on back.
Back up.
Okay.
Okay. Come on, forward. Come on.
Come on, princess. Come on. Turn around. Come on. Turn around. Okay, keep going, girl.
Come on, guys. Haul over. Haul over. Haul over. Haul over. Come on, guys. I'm going to get to a level point. Right up here, Jim. I'm letting you walk a little. Come on, princess. Girl, come on. Okay, buddy. So right now, that's about a mile, Jim.
Okay. It's just about what this says.
Did a mile and a half hour, roughly, 27 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's about right, the princess. That's about what you get, 2 to 2.5 now.
Okay, come on, guys.
Let's go. Let's
Hike.
go. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
Come on. So that's cool. Got her first mile in. Like when we get that under the belt. A little bit uphill here. Come on, guys. And I can get her back in the leaves. That'll be better for her. Motivation. And some of this is pretty big ruts because these big trucks have been working down here. We'll get out of this construction zone. Now, once we do this next mile, we'll be back to the main road, which is a lot smoother and more conducive for Princess because it's flat. Flat in the sense that she doesn't have to lift her legs up as high, like she does on grass or leaves. At the same time, it's not as motivational because the smells aren't there. I'll put it right over here. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Now, as the temperature's warm. Come on, pretty.
Come on, baby.
That helps her too when she sees Sorrel. Sorrel. He's feeling good. He's kicking it back. Let her get a sniff in and mark it. Good girl. Come on. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Now the dogs aren't as excited because we came this way already. We're retracing our footsteps, in other words. And they've been here, done that. That's why usually when we travel trails, we go in one direction and have someone meet us at the other end because the dogs don't smell that they've been there and keeps them motivated. And for an old gal like her, that's really important. Come on, guys. This is a good hill. It's a good hill here, Jim.
You want me out?
Nope, I think you're fine. As long as that wheel holds up. How's our wheel
Pull
looking?
me out, bud.
No, how's the wheel looking?
Sounds all right.
Good climb.
A little bit of noise.
My boy's doing good back there, isn't he?
Yep, he's doing great. He's fine. He ain't trying from that wheel.
Princess is actually kicking it up through. We're really climbing here. See, I'm crawling up this hill, which is possible because of the low gearing on the bike. And it's great speed for Princess, and it gives her a chance to do some hill climbing.
You helped tell him that little bit. Helped out.
Yeah. So the sun's beaming through nicely. But as the temperature does get warmer, as the days get warmer, heading towards summer, it's more work for the dogs because dogs are just inefficient at cooling themselves. So, especially if you can get an older dog like Princess, it's harder for her. So a mile we do on the road, on the bike here, might be more like 2 miles because she has to engage more energy to keep herself cool. You hear all that panting we'll be doing. Right now it's fine, but we just keep that in mind as we go. Truly amazing. The camera's giving some pretty good views, I see, because of the way it rotates and tilts. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Sometimes she just wants me to slow up. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl.
Come on, baby.
Come on. Just working with her. Come on, good girl. Get her over more leaves over here.
Give her a break.
Yep. There she goes. Give her some water, Jim. Let's give her some water. And she actually hit the ground, came right back up because she was twisting out. And again, as I talk about, there's divots and everything under the leaves. But it's perfectly fine for her. And, you know, we're moving very, as I said, gingerly. So you don't want to finish with her too early. I, again, want her to be able to get as much energy out as she can. Good girl, Princess. Good girl. So right now we're at 1.14 miles, and the Princess is still down. Excuse me while I check my phone, just making sure that we're still on the... She was thirsty.
She's tired.
Yeah.
Got to take it slow. So.
Yep. Yeah, she's already got a mile, better than a mile, so that's good. He's thirsty, Jim.
Well, a warmer day.
Yep. And it's work for her because she's older, climbing the hills. And I'm thirsty.
Let's get tomorrow some. He's over here
We usually
too.
water the dogs usually within the first mile or two. And then from there on out, depending on the conditions, it could be as frequent as every couple miles, or if there's snow on the ground, sometimes you don't need to water them at all. We always give them the opportunity, but you wouldn't need to.
Poor Jaggy, he's always last. Poor Jaggy. He's good about it, don't want to chase.
And we'll give the dogs 2 opportunities here to drink, because sometimes when they're working harder, usually they're panting so hard they can only take so much in. And it's better to kind of restrict them a little bit on the first round. So there's something called bloat, where the dog's stomach can turn upside down in them and can be fatal. So always like to try to let them pace themselves when drinking. Okay, Chase. Chase wants to go. He probably smells that other dog. If I look kind of funny to you, depending on which view you're looking at, I'm wearing Insta 360 1X camera on me. He wants more, it looks like, Jim. Did you try him again?
Yeah, he's got a second drink.
Oh, did he?
As long as I hold it, he'll drink.
Nope, he faked us out. And it's going to provide some unprecedented views, I hope. Excuse me while I...
All the children. Princess. Mm-hmm. Okay. Drink.
Okay. See if that motivated Princess at all. Tell me when you're good, bud. Okay.
Good.
Come on, guys. Hike. Sometimes it's a point of just taking. That was a little longer of a break, but you could just stop for 5 seconds sometimes, and she's ready to go. Sometimes you can rest for 20 minutes, and she's still not ready to go. So it's all the feeling for the day. Again, holding a slow pace going up this hill, which is helping her. And the boys can move at a much faster pace, obviously, but we'll get that in a little later. I'm going to be interested to see how that goes, because it's always fun. Come on, Chase. When you're moving at a slow pace like this, it gives the dogs a chance to take their focus off of their job, which is on the bike. And sometimes you gotta let them know, hey, let's go. Come on, come on, come on. But it's a little bit of leisure time for them. Kind of like a glorified walk, if you will. And because we've never been here before, it's exciting. Well, we have just came down the same way, but it's a new area. Yep, she's still kicking it. I'll put her on the side. Now the leaves are, might be doing a bathroom break. I thought the leaves are really hiding what looks like some rough terrain, so that's why I'm going extremely slow. Just in case she would get stuck, she'll go a little sideways. Not stuck, but just kind of fall down a little bit. I turn a lot to my left, keep an eye on her there. I do have a camera on her too. And of course, Jim's back there. But all the exercise we can get her is just helping her. Good girl. Another good sized hill here. Take our time climbing. A little bit of a hill here, Jimmy. If you want. Yeah, she's coming. Also, as she does more, she loosens up. So sometimes she can get a second wind even. That's how sometimes she's able to go far. Some days, not the same, so she can't get that second wind. And we put her up in the seat when she tires. But that's why she cramps up too. Again, because of the health-related arthritis and age-related issues. But if I can keep her going, it benefits her tremendously. Looks like she's doing a bathroom stop, Jim. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, come on.
All right, where it is?
Off the road.
Right on that wall.
Yep. Girl.
That means you need to pedal a little bit.
I think we're good. Good girl. Come on, Chase. And you can tell when she tires because she'll turn. Come on, Chase. Tires are boards. She'll turn a little bit in towards the bike. I'll put her a little bit more out towards the leaves and she'll get excited again. If you see that other dog, Jim, let me know.
Okay. I ain't worried about till you get to that tunnel.
Yep.
I think that's the way they went.
These parks are really cool. There's all kinds of trails that meander through them. And you can come back here probably many a times. We could and probably do something different. We're always in search of new trails, of course. Just for the adventure purpose, to let the dogs see new sights and sounds and sniff new scents. And for us to travel to different areas, it's kind of cool. She's still hopping it, Jim.
She's still doing it. All matter of attitude.
That's what it is, really. Especially with her.
Traveling her pace.
She's the toughest husky I've ever had, and she's remarkable. Going literally at a crawling pace, but it's really given her the chance to get her exercise in. And it's teaching the other dogs patience. That might be the cutoff up there.
Mm-hmm, that looks like it. You can't tell, you might not even went that far.
Yeah. I didn't see her behind us at all. But well, pretty. Good girl. Well, pretty. Let me see how much energy she had. I just noticed when Zara marked it. Okay. Wow, we might have to.
Somebody else with them, jogging, with two jogging,
Yep.
jogging. You may want to pull over here.
What's all that, Jim?
More.
Yeah.
Man with two babies. You better stay over. Just stop. Man with two babies. So.
Okay. There. You want to pull?
Alright, it's going by.
Come on, guys.
We'll go. It's going by.
Come on, guys.
Alright.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You wouldn't think there'd be kids down here. What's up? Come on, guys. Come on, Zara. Zara. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Come on, good girl. She wants to sniff. Just doing it. Come on, pretty.
Come on, baby.
Good girl. Come on. Come on, pretty. Come on. Come on, pretty. Good girl. Come on. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Girl. Come on, good girl.
Come on, baby.
Come on, good girl. Good girl. Good job getting up that hill. Good girl. Girl, pretty. Come on, guys. One and a half. Come on, Brady. Boy, I can't believe those kids were down this road. The kids and all. It just seems like so off target, off path for people. Doesn't it? Oh, yep. Come on, good girl. She'll be happy when we get off this road. Come on. You think so, Jim?
Yeah, a lot of people probably know about it. Hard to come after work.
Come on, pretty. Trying to work with her a little more. Come on, good girl. Come on. Okay, I think she's good now, Jim.
I gotta put the pooper sticker in.
Okay. Okay, pretty. So the way she's backing off, I think she's had enough on this trail. Sometimes, hi, good girl. Sometimes it's because, again, the texture of the trail. Here you go, Jimmy. Thanks, bud. Sometimes it's just because she's done, and the warmer weather might be contributing to that. So I think it's more than attitude now. That's why I'm going to put her in the special dog seat, in her throne, if you will. Good girl. Good girl. Sometimes it takes a second for her to sit. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Have a seat, Brady. Good girl. Sometimes coming off that trail, she's in the upright position. It's hard to get her to sit, so you take your time with her. Good girl. Good girl. Now she's starting to. I'm just going to get this out of her way. Okay, good girl. This will help her once she feels secure in here. Okay, good girl. These straps surround her and provide that comfort. Okay, good girl. She's still out of the seat there. Good girl. That did it right there. Okay, good girl. Okay, now I'm gonna. Good girl. Good girl. She's tired. Mm-hmm. She did good. Officially, she got 1.58. Yep. Yeah, man. So give her a nice rest and see if she wants to get back down later. Brakes off. Here we go. Now comes some speed. Just a little bit more than we were doing to get the boys rolling. You can see Princess in the back now. She's going to enjoy the ride and supervise her boys, make sure they're doing the right thing. She's put her mileage in for many years. And once you start moving at a faster clip like we're moving now, 7 miles per hour, it's quite breezy. Feels good. So she's got air conditioning on her now. Natural AC, as we say. Now, where'd you see the bridge? You didn't see it here, right, Jim? Yep. Yep. A little bouncy. How's my camera? Is it good? So this is what WooFDriving's all about. Now we're moving at roughly an average pace. Again, about trying to get my watch to talk to me. About 6 miles per hour. I like to check it too. So now we're going to climb the hill. Now Princess can lay down in the back, or she can sit up if she chooses. If she sits up, it's actually work for her too. And yeah, she's sitting up. That's good. All of this is about her being with her family, her team, getting her exercise and enjoying life. Is this where we came in, Jim? Crispy doesn't look like he's there, does he? Are you Italian and you didn't tell me? He got that ticket, didn't he? He got that ticket. I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect that. I thought it was about 3 months late. He took off like a rocket from the
Yeah, I know. Chris likes to go a little quick. Oh, I got a strap that is impeding my sunglasses here. Got so many things around my neck, I don't know what's what. So we're coming out of, what was the name of this road? Pyrite Road. inside the park that we're in, which I can't recall the name right now, where we visit about 2 parks a week, so I get a little confused. This is near Manassas, Virginia. Do you know that? Pyrite Mine Road. Probably a mine down there somewhere. We're going to climb this hill. There's Crispy right there. To the right, remember? You can use the walkie-talkie, but... Okay. Is it right behind me?
Yeah.
Let me. Yeah, let me just get it because I can put it on and stay in better contact with him.
Right there.
Whoa, excuse me, one second. Okay.
Sorry, buddy. I know.
I guess you could hand it to me. Might have been easier.
Well, it ain't easy. Here, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
You want to use the phone?
Yeah, but once I have this on me, it'll stay on me. Thanks, bud. It'll take 1 second because we're within range.
I guess we gotta stay as far.
We never turned this on, did we?
Yeah, I did turn it on.
You might have grabbed one that doesn't have battery.
I got another one behind me. You want me to get the other one?
Let's see where this says.
He could have hit it. He was working there.
Battery too low. Yeah, give me the one behind you, Jim.
Okay. All right.
So folks, we're just doing a little logistics here to stay in touch with Chris. Okay, guys. You know, I don't know if you have good reception here. They're trading me. Is that on still?
Nope, this one's off too.
I think you grabbed 2 dead ones. I gotta show you how to check the batteries. Because that's the only communication we have. We don't have cell phone service.
We did hit 2 bars and I was just there. There we go. There you are.
But it might be too low to transmit.
Okay, bud. Maybe it is.
Yeah, too low to transmit.
Okay, and we'll have to talk to him.
Okay. Put that on the back of my seat, please. Tell him to meet us and bring us a walkie-talkie, please.
I didn't know how to test them, Billy.
That's okay, bud.
There's 2 out of 3.
Yep.
They are bad.
Okay, folks, sorry about that. We're still on, and we're getting ready to roll. Hop in when you can, Jim, so I can get the rig going. Okay, bud. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, come on, guys. Hike. Baby back there laying down.
Yep. Good.
Yeah, I knew she was tired. No, I think she's up, Jim. She up or? Yeah. She's kind of laying down, boosted up, like a partial, it looks like from here. So we're on, which is kind of a cool. Trail, state road here, or whatever they call it, trail road, because it's, yep, it's actually made for the bikeway, and it shares the road, but this bike path is clearly defined, which is nice. We rode this whole trail just to make sure where we were going before we set us down to roll in the dog cart like we are now in the dog power go-kart, and looked pretty good. There's a couple hills that are a little challenging, but with Princess up we should be able to do them pretty good. Now she might get back off out of her seat, depending on where we go and how we do it. Just made a mark. We're roughly 2 miles. We watered the dogs about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile ago. So depending on how fast we go, so how quick they work and how much they work, we might water them again soon. Well, within the next mile or two.
Build a bridge, please.
So I'm going to glimpse Chris. That'll, if we have signal, it'll let him see where we're at. Looks like there's enough for this. Dogs looked over to the left. Sometimes that's a sign that there's other animals there. And that motivates them. Great breeze blowing now. We're moving at a roughly 6.6 miles per hour. If we pick the pace up much more, Jag will start to bounce just because he's got a shorter stride. And it's okay, but I don't like him to get too many miles of bouncing in just because it's harder on his pads. So if I know we're going to move quick, sometimes I'll booty him up or put some Musher Secret on him, which is like a coating of wax, non-toxic wax, that protects the pads. Kind of cool rolling on a road like this that's specifically for biking. I like seeing it as we go, and you can see Princess looking around. She's enjoying her view, and everybody's happy. By the way, not that I'm trying to sell anything, you see the shirts you can see under my orange vest that Jim and I are wearing. They're all WooFDriver shirt. There's probably WooFDriver shirts. We call them Woof Tat, T-A-T, because they're kind of tattoo-like shirts. They're printed all over, so it really is cool, for lack of a better description. And I love to share them with people. Love to see people wearing them because they just look cool. Of course, I'm partial about the WooFDriver, so. But we have I have an extensive music library. I've made a lot of songs about what I do. I don't do the music, I just write the songs. And some of the people that have played for me and made some of the music are pretty big stars. I mean, they're not A-list celebrities, but they've played in bands for A-list celebrities, and one of them was played for the Kenny Rogers band for the Kenny Rogers Club. Hey, how are you? Good, thanks. And Kenny, we went to meet him, and he saw my shirt, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, is that cool?" So, never knew who you might see wearing a WooFDriver shirt, right? But there's about 30 of them. I do so many WooFDriver-based activities, and I was a graphics designer in another lifetime, so partial to that too, and made a lot of designs with logos and some really, really cool shirts. So you can check them out, wooftat.com. You can always go to WooFDriver, W-O-O-F. Remember, almost everything I do is W-O-O-F. And you can see them, order them, critique them. I do sell them directly. Some of our apparel is available through Cafe Press, but Cafe Press used to do full printing like that, but they don't anymore. So I actually have them made for us and stock them at our location, and can ship them directly to you. Moving at a pretty good clip, Jim. Yeah. Oh no, I got some gas on here because we're kind of going uphill. Do you see that, or is that just my imagination? You do? Really? Interesting. Well, now, once you crest up here. usually when we run trails, a lot of times we're on rails to trails, which are old railroads that they've converted to bicycle pedestrian trails. And most of the railroads, they've tried, my understanding, try to build them on level lands. So it's kind of nice. Now, if there is a downhill version to it, we try to run the downhill way. So it's easier on the bike motors, and the dogs can go further, not as much hill climbing, but sometimes we'll run it the other way to get the hill climbing in, but of course do less miles. Yesterday, you might have seen, or you're probably watching this broadcast at a future date, it might not be as apparent, but I recently did a motorcycle ride with Zorro. Zorro is the dog to my left now, the only one that's dark, the only one that's matched like a traditional Husky. The rest are all white. That's how you can tell the difference between Zorro and them. In any case, we did a motorcycle ride. I put him on the back of a Can-Am motorcycle, and I like to ride the dogs. I have to do it separately because only one will fit on there individually. But it's really, really cool because it gives us some bonding time one-on-one, and it also gives me a chance to train. Usually when I train the dogs, I'll train them, at least in the beginning, one-on-one. It's easier to train that way. You can see Jaggy's actually bouncing now. Again, because he's got a shorter stride than the other dogs. But when we do our motorcycle rides, they're really, really cool. I have a specialized dog seat. It's the same seat that Princess is sitting in right now. I've got a few of them that are all custom made to securely keep the dog in place as we motor along, whether it's on a bike or motorcycle, etc. But, you know, you Facebook Live and everybody has an opinion, which I welcome. I love hearing faults from people because they get ideas from them. I don't know it all, obviously. Nobody knows it all. And being open and receptive to, this is a little bit of a climb here, Jim. Being open and receptive to others' ideas just makes probably for a more well-rounded decision or path that we take. So I love to learn. But people were saying, a couple people yesterday, who thought when I was riding the motorcycle was, that's dangerous. And actually, sure, driving a motorcycle in general is dangerous, but it's the safest way I could drive my dogs on my motorcycle because the dog's actually strapped in. He's more secure than I am. Now, that being said, you could get into an accident, God forbid, that can happen in a car, a bike, anything. So I don't want to stop living to avoid all dangers. I just want to evaluate situations and, of course, don't put myself in harm's way, but don't let it inhibit some of the wild side. And that's what we were doing yesterday. So really cool stuff. I invite you to check it out on WooFDriver YouTube channel, or again, just Google WooFDriver, WOOFDriver, and you'll see some of our adventures, from the dogs working to the dogs leisuring along. I believe when we ran this, when we did our test run in the truck, there was about 3 miles of bike lane, and then it becomes a two-way road with a sharing sign to let you know that bikes do ride on the road. We'll probably still continue on because there's a better than 6 mile loop here to get our 6 miles, and we'll continue on to the roadway, the regular roadway, because it was unpopulated, and cars are moving fairly slowly through here. We talked to the park ranger, said it shouldn't be a problem. Chris might choose to follow in front of us or behind us. We'll do that sometimes if we think it's too something. Look at that little squirrel. You see him? Little baby. If I think I need him, I'll give him a call and let him know. She's sitting up. She's watching.
Yep.
Cool park, huh?
Yeah. It's really desolate. There's nobody here.
For as
Asphalt.
groomed as it is, yeah, with this asphalt, beautiful roadway, it's kind of desolate.
It's really cool.
How the wheels riding, Jim?
Good. Everything's all right.
Cool, man.
The bone's good.
I'll stick to my left. Now I wonder if a car could be coming down this way. I guess it could, but
As long as we don't have here in the lower end. There's walking trail. We could probably, I don't know if we could go on the walking trail or not.
no, I think this was closed off, the walking trail. Big gate. We passed it like that. I mean, I guess we could go under it.
Get around it or get around it.
But I don't know where it goes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're happy.
Yeah, we can come back here. It's only a 6-mile loop, so
This is a 6 mile loop.
yeah.
This is trail.
With what we just did?
Oh yeah.
No, it's 8 mile. It'll be 8 miles by then.
You got a place here to get the dog to drink if you want to.
What, you saw a place?
Say you got a place right here. to get the drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we might as well.
It's up to you. You got another place up top the hill there, see?
Yeah, let's do that. Trail. So what you're looking at sometimes when the camera pans around is the base of the camera pan or camera spinner, if you will. And just so you know, it's not part of the bike. Not that it matters, but just figured I'd let you know. Dogs are looking great. Right now we've got 3.5 miles, Jim.
That's
fine. Yeah, we got 3.5.
Is it 7 miles go back to Fred?
Yeah,
To Luke?
6.2 or something, I believe.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
I just worry about somebody come flying by with about 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, it's a 25 mile per hour thing. The park ranger said they're pretty good about it around here. Because he told us use the park roads.
Well, he found his little dog yet.
Yeah, I hope he did. When we talked to the park ranger, they were letting us know one of the residents that borders this park had lost a little chihuahua. So if we see it, let them know. Of course, we're dog lovers. We're going to let them know. My dogs are, like other dogs, will be pretty alert. They'll let me know if they see certainly another dog or another animal. So we'll be on the lookout. Simply awesome, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. Beautiful wood.
Beautiful.
I think this place is packed in the weekend.
Oh, yeah. But you say that, you know, well, I guess so. It's kind of crowded, some of the parking lots. Some places we go, you would think it, they never are.
Nice place to ride your bike. It's beautiful.
Oh, gosh, yes. 7 miles per hour right here we're doing. We haven't passed one car, Jim.
No, the only thing we see the bike.
The bike rider, yeah.
There's the car.
There comes the car. Thank you. Well, he's moving about 25.
Yeah, here, so they're on top of you.
You can't. Cars are so quiet these days. I think there's another car coming. No, maybe not. Chase thinks he sees something. Look, I said Chase thinks he sees something. Looking for that little dog for that man. I am, be on the lookout for him. Oh, yeah. This is just fantastic. And we're loving life in this scenario here. Dogs are moving well. Princess is happy. She's got some exercise in. She's sitting high up in her seat. And got a beautiful day on tap. Chase is looking. How's Jimmy?
Good, beautiful day, buddy. Beautiful place.
He sees a squirrel, Jim.
A lot of them,
A lot of them. As we get a little further along, I might put Princess down and see how she takes to the flat surface here, hard surface. Again, a little easy for her to walk and trot on because she doesn't have to lift her paws as high because it's smooth. She's not going to sink into it. Think I should pull over to give him some water? Is that a parking lot? Okay. Can you look? G over. Yep, I don't see anybody. We're clear. G over. G over. Good boys. G over. And we'll go a little bit of shade here, Jimmy. Give him some water, bud. Yep, I do. So, excuse me for checking, but I need to do that. Thought I had to. Yeah, man, just trying to see what's going on with this camera here. So we're taking a water break, folks. Dog's chance to get some water in. And do some housekeeping on the phone here. You see how Princess looks. If we think she might be ready to get down. What's up, pretty?
There you are, bud.
Jesus looks like she's still tired. Good girl. You want to get down yet, pretty? Did you give her any, Jim? She drank?
Wouldn't take any.
No? She drank a lot in the beginning. She's. Oh, I like your chalk, Jim. I like your wheel chalk.
Oh, Chris will give that. Hello.
I just got a little grease on her ear. Just check my hat again, make sure we're recording. We are.
Jag bun?
Are you drinking much, Jim?
No, moderate amount, not much.
Sorry, folks. Just doing some housekeeping.
Well, it is one way. That's what I was wondering, if that was one way.
Oh, it is. So. Boys are getting a little workout today.
I'm going to take a walk over there.
Okay.
Sure when I get done here.
Okay, Jim.
You all right?
Yes, sir. Big boy thirsty, huh?
Yeah, he drank good, and then he starts again. Yeah, he's thinking, yeah.
You can see how the warmer weather affects everybody. She's being a little diva. Good deal. Thanks, Jim.
Be right back.
Okay, buddy. So this road that we've been traveling on is one way, actually, which is really nice because we know traffic won't be coming towards us. It will split up a little ways up and become an open highway or open roadway, so we do have to be a little more cautious there. Again, I can get Chris to follow us or go in front of us, whatever we think would be best. We'll see how that turns out to be. Dogs are doing great. Princess is in her seat, in her throne, watching her boys. And she got about, if you weren't watching, she got about a mile, a little better than a mile and a half in today, which is good. It's a warm day, and we might still get her back down. But when she starts getting antsy, I know it's time for her to get back down. But she's not antsy yet. She's calm, and she's happy where she's at. So we're going to let her relax. Chase, Jag, and Zorro, they're panting pretty good. They just got a good drink of water. We got a good pace going. Probably today I was going to take them a little bit. I'll drop once we get about 8 miles in. I was going to drop Princess and Jag off and let the other two boys, Chase and Zorro, run it at a quicker clip. But it might be too warm if we get a little later into the day and it cools down a little bit. That might be a possibility. Okay. Right now, we've got We've been averaging 2.8 miles per hour. We got a little better than 4 miles in. Better than 4 miles in right now, Jim. Yeah. And I'm going to sit back in the driver's seat here. WooFDriver, that is. Jimmy's going to take chalk off the bike, and we're going to be rolling. Don't forget the chalk, Jim. Now we'll switch to the right side of the road when the bike lane ends. We'll determine if we need Chris or not.
Okay. So the bike lane's going to end before it gets back to Chris.
Yep. The bike lane ends probably in about a mile and a half or so.
Okay. Good.
Okay, here we go. Hike. Come on, guys. Traditionally, people think when they're with a sled dog team, they say mush, but they actually do say hike to get the dogs going. That's the command. Okay, we're back on the road. If you're following us on Google Maps, we're at what looks like Old Blacktop Road. Another roadway in there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
A little bit cooler, huh?
Huh?
Cooling off a little bit.
Yeah.
Good tip. Oh, it's great. Nicer for the dogs.
Yeah, they don't seem to be too awfully hot.
No, it's not hot yet, but you know, of course they're working. It is. And the dogs they're double coated, obviously. So when we get into warmer weather, at the beginning of the season, before they blow their undercoat, before their undercoat comes out, that's the time when they can be more hot because they have that undercoat of hair. When they blow that undercoat and they get ready for the warmer weather, the top layer helps actually keep them cool. It shades them obviously from the sun and insulates them some to keep some of the warmer temperatures away. They're still not efficient at all at cooling, so overheating can be fatal. You really have to take precaution. I have designed a misting system that if we were out here and we had to get some exercise in and it was hot, I could put the misting system on and it sprays them all over, but it particularly focuses on the underneath or underside of the dog where their internal organs are. That's a good way or a better way to keep them cool. And the mist is a fine mist, so it almost acts like a sweat. Dogs don't really sweat like a human. As the water evaporates from the fur, it actually helps cool them. So that's how my misting system works. Usually what I'll do is during the warmer months is just take them out at night when it's cooler anyway, and I won't need the misting system. And they have some natural night vision built into them, so they can see, and I know that because when sometimes there's hurdles on the trail or obstacles, sometimes I'll stop, sometimes I won't recognize it right away, and they're already over it, they're already through it, whatever. They handle it. I used to use night vision goggles. I don't use them as readily now because lights have evolved so much with LEDs. Look at that hawk. That I can light up the trail really bright, and it doesn't take much battery power anymore. So infrared lighting for night vision is what the military uses. I use a military grade infrared scope, if you will, or monocular that lets me see in total darkness. The problem is with peripheral vision, I like to be able to see. It's usually keeping you focused more on what's in front of you, and the dogs are on my side. So it's not as handy. It works, but if I can light it up with a regular white light, it works a lot better. But many years I've used night vision goggles, and you can see them. It's fun. Now, if we do combine our ghost hunting, which I call werewolves, with our nighttime runs, I'll take my night vision goggles to see it in the dark, especially when you're exploring old remnants of buildings and structures that were around during the Civil War. It's kind of cool to see which you can't see with the naked eye, maybe what will be uncovered with night vision. Really neat. You can see that on my YouTube library. Werewolves, WERWOOF as in Frank, S as in Sam, werewolves. And the row is falling behind a little bit, so slow the pace up a little bit, fix it up. It's just because it's warm out and he's tired, which is good. They want to be tired. They want this to be physical engagement. A lot of times people will comment or contact me and say, oh, you're overworking those dogs. Well, I've been doing this for years, and I can recognize when they're tired, when they're overworked, when they need a rest, when they're done for the day. Never had any issue. 15-year-old princess just sitting in your seat there. Not to say I won't, but I don't take chances like that. I can recognize problems before they happen. But again, that's experience. And with experience comes the ability to read the canine body language. Beautiful day, Jim. Almost 5 miles at this point, folks. That means there's about 3 more miles left of this circle we're on. About 3 miles to go, Jim, because there's 5 miles in right now. Yeah. Are they? Yeah, well, you're further south here, I guess. Now, Princess was really tired. She'd be down in the seat, resting. She's starting to bob and weave, go one side to the other, one side to the other. That means she's recuperating, and quite possibly she might be ready to get down and get some more activity in. Now, that being said, no matter what, I'll always get her down for the last, even if it's just when we're done, to put her back down on the leash so she feels like she finished with us, and also she can do any necessary bathroom breaks before we pack up. We're a ways from that, but that's usually my procedure. Wheels still look good, Jim?
Everything sounds good, looks good.
I feel a shake. Up the hill?
White truck.
Yeah, is it,
I
what's...
think it's a game where we must be inside. There he goes, he's going down the road. He must come out another road. He can come out that road right there.
Yeah, he knows better than the...
Bicycle lane there.
That's what I was telling you.
Okay, I guess we'll go to the campground and stop.
No, we go straight to the loop.
Huh?
Straight is the loop.
There's no more bicycle lanes.
I know, you got to share the road, it says. Yeah, we did this with Chris just a little while ago. Yeah. You got to share it. But we'll get on the other side.
Is it still a one-way?
No, 2-way traffic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we just did this with Chris.
Okay.
See, park exit, turkey run, that's where Chris is on the other end.
All right, so we're going to stay in this lane.
Yep. We're just going to keep an eye out. The game warden, the park ranger, told us what to do. Not to mean that we won't get run over, but what's that? Oh, really? Right there. It's making a lot of noise for a little squirrel. Yeah. How's it look?
It looks good, Joe.
Bike rider here.
I wouldn't make a noise, and it don't alarm me too much.
Howdy, howdy again. See, it's still a bike road.
Yeah.
You just have to be more careful. It's a shame they didn't make it the whole way that way.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. You say there's 3 more miles to clip?
Yeah, roughly.
Let's be up on top of the hill because you're up on top of the mountain. See how the
Yeah, there's a big dip coming and a big hill to climb. Yeah, we drove it with Chris.
I can't tell all that stuff.
Yeah, I know you're in the back. I know. But we should be able to make it. I mean, it's over a pretty good length of road.
The boys are traveling along.
Aren't they? Didn't the one thing say about the bear? I think, like bear area this morning? Yeah. That wheel's not clicking when I'm not using the motor.
Yeah, it's going to click sometimes. I don't know.
This wheel was making noise because my leg was on it. I didn't realize it. I'm like, what is that? I thought it was Chase. Five and a half miles, buddy.
Well, we're clicking them away with the dogs, man.
We're at 7.6 miles per hour right now. We've been averaging. Sorry, I can't read that. No, we've been out here an hour and 38 minutes. 300 calories. 3.3 miles per hour, bud. I like having this wristwatch.
Yeah, it's cool.
I always want to know how far.
Because you always want to know.
Well, the problem with my other watches, they're hard to read, and there are too many menus on them. This thing is simple, which I loved.
Yeah, well, you always wanted to know. It's hard to give you a guesstimate.
Yep. How's the boy back there doing?
He's doing great.
He's got slack in his lead? Yep.
He's all right. He likes it when you travel a little slow.
Yep.
Chasing and squirrel. Can't believe it, how many vehicles are on there.
Wide open, bud.
Yeah. What did you say the circumference was of this thing?
The trail 6.2 miles.
6.2.
And then you add the 2 we did, and it becomes about 8 miles. So when the camera pans back, depending on where you're watching this, what camera view, Jag will be to my back right. And you'll see he rides right next to the tire, but he's perfectly comfortable with it. Looks like he's going to hit the tire, but he doesn't.
Bicycle coming to your left.
I'll go to my left. Thank you. How'd you know?
I see him.
Oh, you just turned?
I turned to look to see if there's a
Boy, he's cooking, Jim. There's a car coming now.
Yeah, I thought there could be.
Come on, guys. Actually, yeah, he's there. Come on. Yep.
I waved him in.
Yeah, well, remember, he's probably looking to see if there's traffic, too. Yeah, they're just staying there.
He could see around the corner.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
You can see around the corner if he wants to go. He can.
Yep. Maybe he just wants to see what we're doing.
I guess.
Keeping a good pace.
In a hurry.
No, everybody's chilled around here, Jim. Gray squirrel. Boy, they're everywhere.
Yep. I don't know what the car's doing.
Might just be filming us, Jim.
Maybe.
Driving Zara crazy.
You got plenty of chance to pass.
Oh, it's Chris, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. That's who it is.
Oh, no wonder you didn't pass.
That's cool. He's riding it with us. So we got Chris following us behind us just for a little bit of added security. This road is kind of quiet, and it is a park road, and we're perfectly fine with what we're doing. We ran it by the park ranger, obviously, before we started, because we're not familiar here. And people have been great, and the dogs are doing great. We're getting towards better than 5 miles now. Whoa, we're almost 6 miles, dude.
No truck, no company.
Yeah. If you're following us on Google Maps, we're at Maui Road. Mawawi Road. Mawavi Road.
Hawaii.
Is this Hawaiian, Jim? Yep. I'm like, they got a trailer, and I'm like, oh, it's my truck. Jaggy likes this bike, Jim. Isn't that weird? Yep. He's just a jagster. Sometimes with Jag, it's about finding the sweet spot, because when we start trucking, he'll kick it in high gear. Otherwise, he's just hanging back some, and usually there's some slack in his line, or he follows a little behind the line. Not so much because of physical limitations, more because that's his sweet spot for going slow. As we pick up the pace, he'll pick up the pace. So that's how we know it's not a tired behavior. Now, he does tire quicker than the other dogs. He's got shorter strides, shorter legs, and it's harder for him to move. It takes more energy for him to move at quicker speeds, it seems. So always keeping that in mind. Relatively a quick 6 miles, wasn't it, Jim?
Didn't seem to be.
Yeah.
Well, the boys travel about 5 or 6 miles an hour.
Exactly.
It won't take them long to do 6 miles. We did 2 miles with Princess and 6 miles with them.
That's about what it comes down to. 2 miles with Princess an hour, 6 miles with them. That's the disparity in the speed between the older dog and the younger dogs. These guys aren't no spring chickens either. They're 9 to 10 years old, but they're toned and fit. Still plenty of vitality in them. They want to roll. Yeah, man. Well, I can talk to it, I can narrate, and with all the dipping and turning, it gets the whole view of everything. It's remarkable. I love that feature. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think that's the camera, the view of choice for this bike, for the biking activities. It doesn't work as well on the ATV because I try to keep up with the dogs. Try to keep the camera on the dogs. Yep. I gotta give Crispy credit. He was right there when we got on the road.
You're good.
He got the ticket.
Oh, well, that's amazing. Put that in.
That's a $300 ticket.
We were on that Ocean City.
Yeah.
That bridge. You come across that bridge just there, sitting on that lake.
Yeah, man.
Pretty great bridge.
This road is beautiful, man. Howdy.
You're a serious biker. This is a great place.
Great place, man.
There's somebody buying the place.
Yep. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, it looked like he was signaling to them. See, now technically speaking, this says 7. Maybe it's an, I don't know. Yeah. Something like that. Well, we've got down here, whoa, we're really moving. 6.5 miles now, Jim. So we got 1.5 miles, bud. Oh, good. That told me that it was done. How's Jimmy?
Good, man. Great. Nice trail. Nice weather. Weather's perfect. This is a good time of year to go, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's great.
Let's go somewhere different. So nice.
Oh, we've been doing it, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. It was nice to know where you were going when you come to the shop.
We got a late start, didn't we, buddy?
No, it worked out all right.
Yeah, man. When we stay close by, it's easy to get a late start and just, especially with this daylight savings time. Is it daylight savings time now or that's over?
I think it's now.
It's now.
Because we're saving these lights for later.
Right. I never understood that. I mean, I know what it does, but I never understood how to say it right.
That's one is still saving.
That's right.
Oh, it's great that we stay daylight till not 8:30, 8 o'clock.
Oh, it is. Totally. You should have seen Zora riding yesterday. He loved them glasses and he was having fun. But you got to watch it, bud. People are out there to kill you.
Oh,
They-
Christ. Oh, Christ. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like in your car, it's bad enough.
yeah, I know.
Everybody's in a hurry, even if it's Sunday.
And no matter what day it is.
I'm ready to catch a new bike out too.
Yeah, that was fun.
What are you doing tomorrow? You going there with Chris to do that?
What's that? The bike shop?
Dune buggy?
Oh no, I don't think he needs me. I'm going to the shop. I think he's telling us to pull over. G over. G over. Oh. Hey! I think that's what he wanted.
You going where? You won't stop.
I'm taking my motorcycle to get the headlights changed out early in the morning. Yeah, they're going to do it while I wait. And then he should be able to do dune buggy himself so we can get it on the road next week.
Oh,
I'm hoping on our trips. That-
on dog trip?
Yeah, that'll be fun. We're going to get the boys, get their run in early in the morning, Jim, on the scooter.
On the scooter.
And like on roads, and he'll follow me.
Yeah.
You guys will follow me. Then we'll take him somewhere. We can ride a few hours to take the dune buggy through a town with the dogs in it.
Oh, cool.
That's the plan. We'll see what happens.
And then we feeling better if we see what we want.
Yeah. I'll probably put her down maybe for the last mile. We'll see.
I'm figuring they build, but we got to go to mile marker 10
This says we have a little bit better than a mile left.
Does it?
Yeah.
You want to put her down?
Well, a little bit. Get her a little more rest. We'll see.
Wild turkey, something.
Oops. Howdy. High Meadows Trail. No biking there.
Wild turkey for here.
You're not going to be drinking again, are you, Jim? Wild turkey?
Maybe some wild turkey. Yeah, I drank that too. Yeah.
Howdy.
You ever drink that chicken?
No, I never drank that.
This is a pretty neat place.
It is. Nice windy road. Really quiet back here and awesomely awesome. Jaggy rolling, isn't he, Jim?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going downhill and I'm letting it out, letting the air out a little. Yeah, I think I'll let her down now. Give him some water too. G over. Put that wheel chalk on, bud. Let's give him some water and put her down. Good job, Jimmy. I like the wheel chalk. Did you see Chris broke my clamp today? He tightened it. It just broke.
They'll cast on them. They don't take a lot of fun.
Is that why?
Well, that does pumping and stuff like that.
This is Bill. Nada. Just rolling with the dogs. No, we didn't get here till late. Just rolling now. What's going on? Anything? Yeah, that's what you told me. Okay. We'll make it happen.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Yep. I'll call you in a bit. Okay, bye. Mrs. WooFDriving. Always gotta talk to the missus later. Huh. LifeBridge Health bans hospital visitors under age 14, citing measles concern.
Yeah, they're having a terrible time with that. New York, maybe?
Yep. 3 aides to Mayor Pugh put on administrative leave. They're all leaving, they're quitting or leaving.
But they don't want to get caught. It's like working for Trump.
No,
That's
no
something.
politics, Jim.
That's something.
No.
Go to work
Hey,
for Trump. He says,
I'm gonna put her down. I'm gonna put her down.
You're automatically under suspicion.
Let me put her down. Hang on. Okay. Let me see what we got here. Okay. Good girl. You're a good girl. So I put Princess down and hook her back up. We're going to see if she's got any more left in her to run. She's already got 1.5 miles in.
Uh-oh.
What?
So that thing, that dog thinking about.
Okay.
Sorry, I got stuck on there.
Yep. You got it on there. Good. Okay. So right now, folks, official mileage is 7.19 miles. We've been out here for over 2 hours, and we've averaged about 3.5 miles per hour. That's because you take into consideration when Princess was down, we were moving probably at 2 miles per hour, and now with the boys, we've been moving about 5 miles per hour. She's antsy. She probably get a little bit more in her. That thing spins great. So I'm just going to do a quick check here, folks, see if there's any housekeeping I need to get catch up on. Zara's actually laying down. How's their drinking now?
Everybody's drinking pretty good.
All right. Yeah, we were moving at a good clip.
Everybody's drinking pretty good, buddy.
Jimmy's not drinking wild turkey, right?
Not yet. Any minute.
You can't believe how hungry I am, buddy.
Are you starving?
Starving.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really? Billy.
It's a lot of work, wolf driving, buddy.
Yes, it is. It's more than you think. We got it down pretty good. Chris and I about bringing the bike.
Yeah,
He knows what he's supposed to do, and I know
No,
what
we-
I'm supposed to do. And
that's good. Look at her getting extra water in. Cool, man. So I'm gonna take
he's hungry. You gotta
take
get the
back
dog
to the
show in
driver's seat.
the room. He's hungry. We gotta get the dog show in the room. We're good. Well,
Okay. Come on, guys.
let's go.
Hike. Oops, no more motor. Wheel chalk up.
Oh, no, I mean, this is laughing at me. Back up here.
We should put that on like a rope.
It's good. No, it's got a good spot.
Come on, guys, hike. So now we got our girl down, Princess.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I didn't have any motor either because it was off, so
That was a good thing.
I pushed it. I'm like, why am I not going? Brake on, motor on, wheel chalk.
Easy on good.
Yep. So Princess is just getting back out, as you see. And we're going to see if we can get her any more mileage. So 7.2 we started at. We're going to see how she fares. She's got better than 1.5 miles as of now. And we just get her all the mileage we can. Again, if you're just joining us, Princess is 15 years old plus. She's doing remarkable. And I can attribute part of that longevity and her good physical condition to doing activities like this. It's funny, I'll get a lot of people out there, why do you do that to your dogs? Now, understand a couple things, please. They are not pulling. They can pull, but they're not pulling most of the time. Now, sometimes, as we go slower speeds for Princess, the boys will pull. This bike is motor and pedal assist. So sometimes if the boys, especially the boys up front chasing Zorro, have energy and they want to air it out, I'll let them pull instead of giving pedal power or motor power. That way they're pulling and Princess is keeping up with them. But if we get to too fast of a speed, of course I'll slow it down. never go faster than my slowest dog, and my slowest dog when she's down is Princess. And she's been doing this since she's been about 4 years old. That's how long I've had her. My family had to get rid of her, had to rehome her. It's a terrible way of putting it. Had to get rid of her. They had to rehome her. Thank you. A little fast for her there. And since then, I've trained her to do what we do. She is? Not too bad. I see her. How's she now?
She's good now.
Sometimes, you have to go her speed. Now, some of this is because she's very dominant, and she's done this even when she was 4 years old when I had her doing this kind of activity. She would actually just stop or get into a position. It wasn't because she was tired. It's she wants to know when she wants to stop, she can stop the whole bike. And as she's gotten older, I mean, we've done 30 miles before in one day with her, but as she's gotten older, of course, gets arthritis and other health-related issues, and she can't go as far. So I have to discern, is it attitude or is it tiredness? And I'll push her a little bit to make sure that it's because she's tired when she's done. If she's bored, I mean, if she don't want to do it, of course she doesn't have to do it. But it's really good. It helps her mobility. I can tell the difference. When we are able to get out and adventure and do an activity like this, the next day, she's actually more mobile than less. Sometimes when we just stay at home, she becomes stagnant and can stiffen up just from lack of activity, lack of mobility in her joints. So it's pretty interesting. But I get people that say, why do the dogs do this? Well, it's called exercise. It's also called adventure, bonding, best friends, how best friends work together and do teamwork, do stuff like this. How's she doing, Jimmy? Bike rider. Howdy. He's done this a few times, Jim. I've seen him before. So that's why Zara's curious about Chris. That's why we do this. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty.
Well, got some going on down the hill here, don't
we? Yeah.
Tell me if you need any brakes, mate.
No, this will be the hill we got to climb. She doesn't like going downhill, believe it or not. She likes going uphill better because she can control the speed. I think she feels going downhill, it's out of her control. Now, of course, I have the brake, so it's total control, but she can feel the weight on her body or the force. There she goes, though. She's picking it up a little now. When she knows that I'm not going to take the hill fast, she actually will engage more. She's ahead of Jag. You can see it right there. They're the two dogs in the back. Jag's in the blue harness. The Princess is in the black harness. Baby's engaged, Jim. Well, she shies away sometimes from downhill. Yeah, but as long as I show her I'm on the brake and we're not going fast, she seems to agree with it more. Come on, good girl. Come on, pretty. Going downhill actually has worked for them too, because they use their stoppers on their paw, it's called, and they got to control their speed too, and it's little more challenging on the bike because they're not off leash, so they gotta do what the bike does. But that's why I drive as gingerly as possible, especially for an older dog like Princess. See this hill? It climbs after this.
Mm-hmm. Good place for me to ride in the back of Chris.
Might be, Jim. Well, we'll see.
Do this downhill. Tell me if you need help.
Okay, bud. Right now, it's good you're in the dog cart in case I need braking power.
Oh, yeah.
That wheel seem good still?
Yep.
How's baby? Jimmy.
Need help?
No, I'm good so far, bud. Got both brakes working, so. This is cool doing this on the bike, this kind of hill. As long as your brakes are working. Is there? Yeah. Yeah. I think we're good now. But I appreciate you finding that, Jimmy. Yeah. Yeah, man. Sometimes we'll take the dogs off leash and let them go to water, especially if it's real hot out. Now it's not, and it's not necessary. While we're in a groove, I'm going to keep us going.
How's baby doing?
Baby's doing good. She's backing off a little bit, but she's got over 2 miles now. She's been down for half a mile. Oh, pretty. She almost slipped there. It's a little cooler than when we were working before, so it's actually better for Princess. She's rolling. Oh yeah, probably for the fishermen, Jim. Yeah, man. Now we're gonna go uphill. Oh, forgot the motor. So now we got. See that hill's not as bad as what we came down. And that's the worst of it because we rode this before. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on Princess is where I'm turning my head. I can see her on the camera, but I can get a better angle here right now. And she's looking pretty good. We're gonna take our time climbing this hill. Remember, this bike is geared low, so I can do this at a crawling pace. Come on, Zorro. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty. To get her climb this hill be really good for her. Come on, good girl. This is so cool that I can go so slow. Again, the bike is designed to do this. And for her age, it was really helpful because it'll encourage her to climb this hill. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty. She's backed off a little bit, but she's still... Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, my good girl. Come on, good girl. Now, if you were watching earlier, you would have seen when she backs off a little bit, I take her over to the side of the path, usually where there's grass, like a grass shoulder or a leaf-covered shoulder, and she actually gets motivated by it and re-engages because of the scent of other animals is held better on porous ground. Whereas concrete, there's not as much scent, they're not traveling through here as much, and it doesn't hold it as much because it's not as porous. It's a hard surface. Good girl. Good girl.
On that hill.
Climb that hill, good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. How's she doing, Jim?
Good. You still with us?
All right, folks, trying to readjust the camera here. And that's why the camera cut off. It wasn't getting any. Don't laugh at me, Tran. Hold the brake for 1 sec, Jim. I just want to put my hat on. Okay. Come on, guys, hike. Come on, pretty. Come on, pretty. Come on, good girl. Come on, my good girl. I could get her totally on the grass. Okay, good girl. I'm going to pull over and put her up. Oh, give her a rest for a sec. Let's give her a rest for a sec. We've got right now, bud, 8 miles.
Right.
And
Like we're getting ready to go up the hill.
oh yeah, that's a bigger hill that I didn't realize.
Well, we have to stop and
Yep. She's done. Let me put her up. You got the brake?
Got it.
Okay, my good girl. Jim, I'm going to give you this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good girl. And I'm going to put her up now. Let her walk a little bit. I put the straps like that, the seat belts, if you will. Good girl. Good girl. Sometimes it'll take her a second to sit. And make sure her paws are all in. They are? Okay, good girl. It's okay. And I hook her as she's adjusting here. And I hook her to her harness. Okay, come on, good girl.
What a pretty day, Billy.
Beautiful, Jim. Come on, pretty girl. Good girl. Good girl. Just helping her sit a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. That helped her. Now I can get a better hook up here. Once I made her comfortable. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, now the boys are going to be ready. They might be able to do this hill, Jimmy.
Yep.
Okay. When? Good girl. Okay, folks, now we're going to pick some speed up. We're going to climb a big hill here. Princess is in her throne. So she's got 2.75 miles. 2 3/4 of a mile. Pretty good on a day like today, where it's a little warm and a little hilly and not the best terrain when we started. Not her kind. That's the cool thing, though. We go to all different kinds of trails. And some of the trails, look down there, Jim. Yeah. You might want to go with Chris now. Is this? I can feel this. Yeah. I don't see him though. Oh no, he's behind us. Sorry, I'm looking at the front.
Where the hell did he go?
I'm gonna start going. If I need help, I'll tell you. Beautiful bridge there, folks. We're looking at the water. Okay, come on, guys. Hike. Come on, Jack. Sorrel. Come on, Chase. So I got rid of some excess weight. Jimmy, my co-pilot. And it's going to be easier for me to climb this hill. It's got some serious incline. You can see Zorro. He's hanging a little further back. Jag's doing it. And Chase is actually level with the bike. And this is, again, what is so cool about a bike like this. And people don't understand all the advantages. But being able to do this hill at pretty much any speed I want, obviously not too fast, gives the dogs, challenges them to keep up with the bike, and also lets me measure their performance as my eyes are on them watching the tether. Princess is happy. She can see everything. She got her exercise in. You can see the boys. Now Chase is starting to catch up to the speed. So is Zorro. And that was quite an incline, folks, we just did. So awesome for the dogs. It just warms my heart when we can engage like this and really give the dogs all they can handle. I like to say I can wear out any husky, because huskies are one of the most energetic and endless source of energy breeds out there. So they actually can control their metabolism. So put that into terms that we can all understand, because I didn't understand it at all first. But imagine that when a human's body, when you deplete all your energy stores, you start burning your muscle, I believe, if I'm saying this right. Huskies don't. They can actually control that. So till they deplete their muscle, it's a million miles ahead, if that makes any sense. It's very hard to get them to wear them out. And in addition to wear the dogs out, you have to get them to engage. I mean, like throwing them a ball to play fetch, that ain't going to happen. They're never going to wear out doing that because they probably aren't going to engage it much. It doesn't motivate them. They don't like it. But getting an activity that they will engage their energy and really participate in is challenging, but this is an activity that they like to do, especially to the remote areas we take them to, when they can get fresh sense of other animals, because they're very prey driven and involved in what's going on. You can see Nazaro, he's a little far back. Not far, but he's working to keep up with me. That's the bottom line. Chase is with me. Jag's working a little bit, and Princess is enjoying life in her position. So I'm trying to ask Chris which way to go, figuring he would have told me if I had to switch positions. I'm going to get Jim to get back in the dog cart with me. Come on, Jim. You're not off the hook yet, buddy. Did you see how good they did?
Yeah, I think he was taking pictures of it.
Was he?
Yeah.
Do you see Zorro? He was working to keep up with me. Chase was even getting a little bit behind. Bike, thanks. Come on, guys, hike.
And he was telling me that after we left, the park ranger come off on us.
Did he? Chris ain't having a good day.
Well, no, he's a nice car too, going.
Yeah, I see him.
Probably out his car too. He's having a hard time.
Oh, guys. I think he's just going to wait anyway, so. Come on, guys, hike. I think I can go, Jim.
Mm-hmm. Might as well.
Yep.
All right. Probably going to see you anyway.
Okay, so now, boy, them boys worked up that hill. Are we still heading back? We've got 8.5 miles. I didn't think we'd get that far. I thought it was.
We had to go 9.
Well, maybe I was wrong on the mileage.
Well, it's not quite 2 back to the thing, so that meant we got 7 more miles to go, 7.2, so we should go really 9.2 before we.
Right now we got 8.54.
9.2 before the other thing.
Jag is bouncing a little much for me there, so I slowed it down. Look at this hill. Look at this road with the.
Far.
Okay. G over. Thank you. Nice people. I'm good right now, buddy. I know, it's nicer, isn't it? Look how good my boy's doing, Jim.
Christmas is doing good. All the boys,
Yeah.
Jacko's doing great. He's just going along.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
I think he likes his bike better or something, bud.
Huh?
I think he likes his bike better.
There you go.
Boy, those hills were excellent work.
Yeah.
And my bike went up it, dude. It was just made it. It wouldn't have made it with you.
Uh-huh.
I heard what I thought was the wheel, but it seems, I think just because it wasn't.
That thing needs repair, bro. It ain't gonna last forever.
Well, how come Chris hasn't done it? He just, maybe no time?
We were discussing it, but we haven't done anything.
Remember, the bike shop will make me parts, but he seemed to didn't want him to do it.
Well, he knows what he needs to do, so we got to work on it. We can get him working on it. He's had his
Yeah,
full with the car.
yeah, I know.
So maybe we do it.
But this bike's been really good to me.
Yep. I guess we're going to the right, aren't we? Or not?
Park exit, yeah, I think to the right.
We're going back to the visitor center?
Yeah.
That way or that way? Go left?
Come on, guys. Hike. Hike. The car's behind us, Jimmy.
That's it. You go wherever?
Yep, as soon as I get him. Are they coming behind us? Oh, it doesn't matter. They got to share the road. Well, you're really pedaling, bud.
I was. You can slow down and pull over if you want.
I can't tell if they're coming or not.
We probably need to steer the top of the city.
I don't see anybody. They might have gone the other way, bud. Great run for the dogs with all these hills. Boy, the bike really made it up that even with you in it. This bike's running good, Jim.
Well, when you pedal, it helps that motor out.
It does.
Wonder if you need help.
I'm good, man. Approaching 9 miles, Jim.
Yeah, I thought we had to go almost 9.2 or 3 before we got back to the spot.
Something over there. Is that a squirrel?
Yeah.
Making a lot of noise. Oh, he's there. I see him. He's right next to us. Yep. Because you hear my brakes rubbing. Boys are getting a good workout in. Oh, there's another hill, Jim. You might have to go with him, bud. There's a, yeah, I think you should go with him. Watch, there's no cars coming, bud, when you get out.
Yep.
So you don't get hit. So again, getting rid of the Jim's weight. Bless you. Jim sneezing. Okay, come on, guys. Hike. Get rid of Jim's weight. Come on. And we're going to zoom up this hill. Now, this is excellent work, again, for the dogs. So if I had limited time because of my work schedule, for instance, I would pick a place like this where there's lots of hills, challenging hills, where I could take a motorized vehicle like this. Remember, it's a bike motor. It's not gas powered. And I could ride the dogs at a slow pace, but fast enough to challenge them, keeping up with me getting up this hill. So they're keeping up with the bike. You can see Zorro's falling behind a little bit. Chase is out full, his stretch. He's got the energy. Zorro's a little behind, and Jag is about even. Princess is doing good because she's just chilling. So pretty remarkable how we do this and how this works out to be such a great activity. I mean, I'm climbing this hill. This bike's powerful, and the dogs are powerful, and it really gets them a workout in. So I've said it before, but I know people question why I do what I do, and I'm answering that right now. These dogs need a job and a purpose. This is work to them. They're not pulling at all. They're just keeping up with the bike, getting up this hill, and it's quite challenging. This is cool. Now this roadway turns into one way. You ever? Oh, gosh. Let's water them, and let's go to where the bike lane ends again. Yeah, to where this one way ends. Another 2-3 miles.
Okay.
Let's give them some water. Okay, Crispy? So what we're going to do now, that's cool, man. I love climbing those hills. They're steep with the dogs. What a workout for them. And I'm able to crawl so I can go not too fast for them because of the torque. It's awesome. I really like that, Jim. Yeah, I think, did you see the dog? They perform pretty good on there. Zorro trips back a little bit. But that's good. Is this where we went?
Yep.
Oh, they're closing it up now.
Already?
Yeah, see. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, that gate, that was open, though.
He does work there, though, I believe, man.
Cool, man.
He does work there.
Yeah, I think he's part of the construction team, Jim. Folks, just checking the feed here. Cool stuff, huh, bud?
Yeah, man.
I kind of like the way this park's laid out. Got a car, Jim.
That's me.
You should be fine, shouldn't
Just
you?
stay right here.
Yep.
Just stay right here. This is one way. We're good here. Bicycle coming behind you.
Cool. You're right. I'd rather be here than in the.
Oh, you don't want to be in the car. I know.
It's what a beautiful day.
Beautiful.
I like the way you're wearing your shirt. It's because it's cool. That's why, if I was gonna wear long sleeves, I'd do it just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Jaggy was working.
You gave me 2 shirts, but I like
Yeah.
the one with the color in it.
Yeah. All good, buddy. We'll try to see how much further they want to go. Right now, Jim, we've got 9.2 miles. 2 hours and 40 minutes we've been out here.
Well, this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Where it ends again.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to go that far. If they don't,
Whatever you want to do.
She's still looking good, so we might put her down one more time.
Probably at the next turn.
We might put her down one more time. We'll see. She's looking good. She's not antsy yet. When she gets antsy, I put her down.
Everybody's feet holding up good.
Yeah, yes, everybody seems to be good. Yeah. Giving a visual. Everyone's good. I can tell by the way they're walking. They drinking a lot?
A fair amount.
Oh, big boy turned you down, didn't he?
I
See if
did.
she wants any again.
You mean our girl back here?
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
She's done, huh?
Girlfriend? Yeah, girlfriend.
Let me pull out here before you get in. Whoop. I'm going to pull out, Jim.
Yep.
No chalk, right? No wheel chalk.
Nope.
Come on, guys, hike. You can have a motor on here because we're on a road.
You think, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pushing up those.
Well, anywhere you can ride a car, this is not considered a like kind of like a moped. You good? Haul over. Haul over. I'm gonna get in the bike lane, buddy. And we're just gonna mosey along and take our time. Cool that we were able to do this trail.
Yeah. Nice.
I liked your idea in the beginning, though. That was a good idea going down that.
Good, buddy.
Yeah. Different texture, you know, different hill set. It was fun. And it wasn't as much repeating. We probably could have gone off somewhere else, but who knows where it went.
Yeah.
But we could still try. I mean, but this is kind of nice here. So, folks, if you're just tuning in, we've got roughly 9.25 miles. Probably end this thing between 10 and 12 miles, depending on the lay of the land, how the trail works. We're inside of a state park, state forest, if you will, near Manassas, Virginia. The title of this video should have it on there. Hey! And we had 15-year-old Princess. She did roughly 2 3/4 mile of those 9.25 that we've done so far. And we did some pretty intense hill climbing. And a bike like this enables me to climb because it is electric assist and it's geared very low, so it's very torquey. So it's got a lot of power in a vertical position when you're climbing a hill. What that does is gives the opportunity for the dogs to really work as they climb a hill. So not having to go so many miles to reach their energy peak performance level, but being able to do less miles at a greater challenge. Sometimes you can do that with speed. Sometimes you can do that with terrain. Even like if we were doing it on a muddy conditions, it's harder for them to work through mud. So you got to lift their paws up higher. They're sinking in. More challenge there. So kind of like being their coach. Yep. Should we go over or is he going to go over? Gio. Okay. Howdy. He didn't want to get out of the haul over. He didn't want to get out of the bike lane, did he, Jim? Yep. What's cool is they can go pretty quick here. On the trails, it's hard to, but a bike rider can really enjoy this area. So, again, I do travel all over the East Coast, mostly towards the Mid-Atlantic region, but we're always finding these new parks and being creative on traveling on parkland roads like this. We find ones that are designated to either share with bikes or just bike lanes like this road or this part of the road. So it's pretty cool, and again, appealing to our adventurous side, and the dogs are loving it as well because it's fresh and different places. You never know, certain parts, even though we're relatively in the same part of the country, certain areas, different animals are more prevalent in. Such as one area we go, not that I'm bragging about it, but there's more skunks. In the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, we free range on a farm there, and it's populated pretty big with skunks, and we've run into a couple, unfortunately, but it's still interesting to view them, especially in their natural habitat, and of course not mess with them. We're not hunters, but gotten sprayed, the dogs have, so that's happened before. But we've run into porcupines, luckily no incidents, but there's a trail, I believe it's the Delaware and Lehigh Valley Trail. A certain section of it, I've run into many a porcupines, I believe it was there. And we've run into black bear along the Great Allegheny Passage. And there's a part on the C&O, which is the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal. It's not in operation anymore. It's a trail. It's 185.4 miles. And there's a section on there where there's eagles are prevalent. And whenever you go there, whenever we've gone there, we've almost always seen eagles. So certain places, and deer are usually running all throughout these trails. And of course, gray squirrels, even black squirrels we've seen. So you never know. But as we learn the trails and the areas, we kind of get an idea to what we might run into, what we might be in store for, which is fun, and just nature's awesome. And the dogs enjoy it thoroughly. I see Chris. This might be a walker or a bike rider. Towards us or going away? Just checking our mileage here. 9.6. Was there a place for him to pick us up further down, Jim? Okay. Maybe we'll go one more stop. Do you remember how far it was up? Half a mile. Okay.
Can't remember. I don't know if it is further.
I love this time of night. It's just beautiful as the sun starts to lower in the sky. Good speed for the dogs. Everybody's looking good. Definitely getting cooler.
Yeah, man. Okay, that's perfect for the boys, huh?
Yeah, man.
We can give them a drink.
Oh, yeah, they're great. They're great. I wouldn't mind living around here. It's just great.
Pretty neat. Oh, no, this is cool. This couldn't be a better situation.
Hey, Chris. Gonna go up one more.
One more line.
Hang on, buddy. She got about her 3 miles in, Jim.
You did?
Yep, 2.75 so far. Yep. She's starting to get a little antsy, so we might put her down the last quarter mile. We'll see. Yeah. And we come here and go off on some of these side paths one day.
Yep.
Yeah, but that was steep going down there. Look at Zorro.
Freedom has somehow.
Yeah, oh yeah. I told you one time it was real steep. Rhett put me on a rope, and he was trying to hold the rope. He did pretty good. He was remarkably strong.
Yeah, he was.
He was holding us as we were going down.
Crazy boy. Really tough. He ain't gonna lift for him.
At that rate, no. Hopefully he's doing okay.
Oh, I hope he's all right.
Jaggy gets scared when that.
He said all he saw was the fighting man.
Oh yeah, car coming, Jim. Another one, Jim. You know what's getting busier?
Yeah, it's something with him phone. Looks like a camera on the phone.
Yeah, they might do that. Big bus, Jim. Big RV. Another car, Jim. Might be getting to be a busy time of night, bud.
We'll be done soon, then.
Yep. Oh, Jaggy went way in when them things passed him. Is that making noise? I think something's just maybe caught in the wheel or.
No, it's be working on those.
Yep.
It gets quiet once in a while.
Exactly 10 miles, bud.
I bet that made you happy to get a little miles, right?
Yeah.
I look for that thing up ahead. Maybe we can get her another quarter of a mile.
Yeah. I like that. Those hills, man, they were awesome.
Cool.
With the bike able to climb them and the dogs able to really engage. Nice. 2 hours and 53 minutes, buddy. I prefer he doesn't speed.
Me too, buddy. We can drive 60 all the way from me, not 90.
The cop wasn't having none of his stuff. He was just, here's the ticket.
He didn't seem too impressed about you learning.
I was just trying to tell him so he could piece it all together. If he needed to see my license, that's fine. But, you know, he told me it doesn't matter. I wasn't trying to make it matter, though. Hey, he's doing his job, and I respect him. That's all.
He should have got a ticket. Everybody goes.
Well, that traffic. Do you see the way they were moving there, though? They fly.
Oh, he ain't the only one going.
Oh, I love that pine smell. Oh, it's great.
Them turkeys, when they go to roost alongside them pine trees.
Do they?
The pine trees break the wind for them.
Oh, really?
You can hear them go up in the trees. They go up in the trees late in the evening, right before dark.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody's taking cardboard and wrapping it against the tree because their limbs hit the trees.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I've seen it happen 3 times now in my life.
That's wild.
When you're hunting, it's cool.
Oh, yeah, she's getting antsy. She could probably run a little bit.
It looks like they could be coming up. See the sign? See the sign up there?
Yeah, I'm going to try to wait till we eclipse this hill.
car about 2 hours. You need to get it out.
Hey, how far are we from home, Jim?
It really looks like to me about 1 hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours, according to the traffic. By the time we get on the traffic, it should be over.
Yeah,
I mean, we shouldn't get on the highway till 7 o'clock.
time we eat and everything too.
Shouldn't be too bad. As long as you don't go through Washington. Were we on the Washington Parkway?
I don't believe so, but you can get on it.
Were we on 495?
Nope. I don't know. Actually, it might have been. He said he's got a shortcut for the way home.
Oh, boy. Maybe we go to his house. It take 4 hours to get to his house. Christ, then after he got the ticket, he didn't slow down much. I thought we might get another ticket, one behind the other.
That's when I tell him to move over and let you drive.
I don't mind. I told you, I can't go 80 is as fast as I'm going to go. I ain't going following him in that 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. He wasn't happy with going 80. He had to go faster than me. That's all unnecessary. He gets paid the same to go 70 as he does 90.
I'd rather go slow. Less tumultuous. You ain't got to worry about anything.
Yep.
Just drive.
He gets paid the same. It ain't any different.
What a beautiful area this is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Your wife might enjoy this ride, too.
Yeah. Especially because it's pretty open.
Yeah, it's flat and it's accessible. It's fun to use places.
Yeah, man.
They should have more of these places where it's one way and you get to ride a bike on the trail.
Oh, it's a fantastic. I wonder how that works with the traffic flow.
Because there's nothing here, I guess it don't bother you.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all it is a park.
People don't have to get to it. Yeah.
There's no traffic going from one place to another.
It's nice not having to worry about the cars. This is nice taking it easy after all that hill climbing for them. Giving them like a cool down.
And it's cooling down too.
Yep.
Coming at you.
Yeah, he's going over. Thank you.
Hello there. Hi.
Hi.
You can really ride your goddamn bike down through here, buddy.
You can. They can fly, which is good. Better fly here than the trail. The real trail, that's where they go too fast and come up on hikers and bikers and everything. I mean, hikers and pedestrians and
They don't belong on going 20 mile an hour where people are walking.
30 mile per hour they go.
Yeah, that's too fast. Come in, Corey.
Yep.
Sam,
Yep. He saw us.
you're around the corner.
Thank you.
Coming at you.
Boy, this turns. These are them guys. Thank you.
Nice that there's
Car.
nice that there's this many places having.
There is. It's awesome, man.
There's a nice place in the world with all these free things for anybody. You don't need money to go to them.
It's true, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of trails still you could go to.
Don't you think we can make it to there? We'd have to go under.
Make it somehow. We find a way. You got to take the camera and go underneath.
Remember that one trail?
Oh, geez, right. One where you bike over the top of that thing.
Then Chris couldn't get it.
I thought we were going to die there.
Chris couldn't get it. I knew he wouldn't be able to.
You can't tell me anything in there. Between Dan and Chris, you got two of the smartest guys in the world.
That's why I'm so good, bud.
You need to get this wheel worked on.
Yeah, man.
That was the guys that made the bike's fault. That wasn't anything we did.
Yeah, I know. Good boys. So, folks, we're still rolling along. Got right now 10.68 miles. We're doing about 5 miles per hour. We've been out here for 3 hours and 2 minutes. Yeah, I want to put her down a little bit before, just to let her do any more bathroom breaks.
I can see it up ahead of us.
Yep.
I don't see it yet.
And we're rolling along. The sun is getting lower in the sky. What time do you think it is, Jimmy?
So about 6:30.
About 6:30. It's been a great day. If you haven't, you might want to watch the whole video. It's just been awesome. We did some serious hill climbing. We went down a dirt crush and run kind of road to a bridge. The bridge was out, so we didn't quite make it that far. But it was a different surface than, of course, we're riding on now. Princess did almost the whole way back and forth. That was about a mile up and about a mile back. And then we got on this unusual but really cool road where it's just one-way traffic. Cars can travel on 25 mile per hour speed limit inside the park. And the other part of the road that we're on is a bike lane only. So you really feel safe here. And it works out really well. Now it does wind up into, if you keep going inside the park still, two-way traffic, which you'll see on our video if you watch the whole thing. We're just doubling back on our ride here to just get a little extra mileage for the boys and possibly get a little more mileage for Princess. She's in her seat there, as you see, doing well. And the forest here is just beautiful. We did get to a couple waterways. We might have been able to get the wolf pack, my husky pack, in the water, but it's cool enough, and we were in a pretty good groove, so I didn't think it was necessary. But we do that sometimes. Again, they are trained off leash. They do free ranging, I call it, and they know the commands, and that's quite unusual with huskies. But that goes back to my training methods. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. You gotta be careful if you stop to put Princess down on the side, because they come up on you quick.
Yeah, man.
At least when you're moving, you can bob and weave. Yeah, almost 11, Jib. And we took this little extra ride because we did some intense hill climbing, and it's a good way for the boys to cool back off before they get in the truck. Yeah, so they are picking up a little speed here. I'm not giving any assistance with the pedals or the motor. Oh, it's just beautiful.
Did you ever do
man. Is that a bike ride? No. You see that too?
Yeah, green.
Yeah.
Looks green.
Looks like the snout of a horse to me.
What are you walking?
Yeah, I think you're right. He hears the squirrels, I guess.
He's pretty slick, that's all. He knows this.
Chase, he does.
He won't miss a trick. He's a hunter. He is.
That's for sure, bud. Are they coming our way, Jimmy? Or?
I believe so, Joey. I can't tell. It looks like they're going the other way. I think they're going the other way.
You think so, bud? Looks almost like a horse. This is a white. I can pass them on the roadway if I need to. Yep.
Hello there.
Howdy. Good. How are you? You got it. Teamwork. Meet some great people out here on the trails, the bike paths, etc. It's a lot of fun. It's great people just enjoying nature and getting their exercise in and kind of doing what we're doing. Great time of day. Love it when the sun starts to set. It's not really setting yet, is it, Jim? Or?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Still up there pretty high. Still out in the sky, yeah.
Yeah. But it's giving some cool lighting.
And what hill you go over, how low it is.
Yeah, exactly. How true, man.
We should be coming up on 50 soon.
I'll put her down and she's ready. I can see her. The bob and weave is on. That might be him over the hill, but I think I should put her down now.
Then, the only worst thing is we have to
We'll put her
back
back.
up.
Yep. Oh, God. Watch for pikes, Jimmy.
Got it.
So we're going to try to give Princess one more last whirl. The weather's cooled off a little bit. She's gotten some nice rest in. And we're going to see if she wants to do it. She seems a little more antsy. That means she's a little more active in her seat. Usually means she's rested up and wants to do something. If I can get this thing off, we'll be in good shape. There we go. That's off. And last one. Sometimes this pulls her hair. These huskies have long hair. They're actually called woolly coat huskies. So, good girl. Pick her up. Notice how she jumps up on me. Good girl.
Tomorrow we say you get your boy. Look at him.
Good girl. Good girl. Good boy, Zorro. Good boy, Chase. And a good boy to Jagster. Okay, guys. So, we're going to move at a super slow speed for Princess. She wants to see what's going on. Come on, guys. Hike. Come on.
I got the brake off. I don't know what's making noise. You got the brake on?
No.
Now that's just something we don't see every day.
There you go. Brake was stuck.
Yeah, I moved mine a couple times.
So she's moving a little slow. I mean, she's a little stiff from being in her seat and the work she's done today. But she might catch a second wind here. So we're going to see. And at least, oh, sorry, bud. 11.28. Come on. Want to see, we put her down at about 11.25. Come on. Another quarter mile, and she'll be 3 miles for the day.
She's pulling.
She's pulling, yeah. I told you she gets a second wind to her. And also, you know, going slow helps. It's fun going slow too, and you can take your time like this, Jim. And
Yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful day. It couldn't be nice. Perfect temperature for us and the dog.
it is, totally. Now with Princess moving slow, and it, of course, we move. Whoa, that's a squirrel. I thought that was something bigger. Lions, tigers, bears, Jim.
There you go.
Is it that time yet? Dark 30.
Next one is the horizon. That's long side of the bear.
So it teaches the other dogs patience, and it gives Princess a real good chance to still be involved with the pack, even at her age, and get some important exercise for her in with the mobility of her joints as arthritis becomes an age-related issue and other age-related issues. Oh, she just did a pit stop, which is good. It's getting, wants to mark it, of course, but getting everything out of her system before we get to the trot. Now, it looks like we're going to be approaching somewhere around 12 miles before we hit Crispy. Crispy's our ride waiting for us. That's his nickname. Because he's an electrician, master electrician, so he's a little fried. Crispy.
Car up ahead, so
Is it coming at us, or is it?
the car now just sitting on the side. So that's us. Got to be him. He's got to be here with us. I imagine. Before you said the meeting, man.
You might.
Why ain't he here? Maybe he's back in the back somewhere. Now, why wouldn't he be here?
Might have thought we wanted to.
You want to stop here? Or what?
No, keep going. Next to the next one. There was another one, Jim, I think.
Why wouldn't he stop here? You told me the next one.
Jim, I can't read that guy's mind.
That's where it says up there. I don't know what's the other.
It's okay. She's running good. Good evening. Good. How are you? Great. He's all of it.
Everybody's calling.
No, we switch off a little bit.
That's why he brought me. So I could,
He's getting paid to pedal.
he brought me so I could pedal.
Thank you. No, I don't mind, Jim, because she's in a little bit of a groove here. Look at her, Jim.
We just didn't hear you or what?
Jim.
I see something crazy.
She thought you're doing all the work, Jim. That
Yeah.
woman.
You know you run batteries.
Mine are deep. I'm not even on it, though. Just trying to keep it a slow pace for
Well, try
Princess.
not to go too fast for
Yep.
the baby.
She's actually pretty engaged, isn't she?
When she gets, if she's got to go all the way to G, she'll never. Where we were F. She's got to go all the way there.
She's still going, isn't she?
No fault.
Quarter mile, F quick. She hit the 3 mile marker for her. You like Crispy, don't you, Jim?
This is when you said how good he was doing. It was like he never heard you. He probably drove around twice. He's probably driving around again.
He might not be at the next stop.
Fuck no, he may be fucking dirt hunting. God knows where.
He wanted me to bring that thing.
Buying tires or something.
Remember that time he bought them tires? How's baby, Jim?
Good, so far.
Thinking it's super slow for her. Almost walking at going at a crawling space in some
I
places.
doubt she's ever going to make it to the next one.
I don't think these are evenly spaced, you know? I think that was like a half a stop there.
Okay, you can take over and take
That's fine. I got the motor. Motor's working good, bud.
That's good.
How's Jimmy?
Doing all right, Ben.
You're waiting for Crispy, weren't you?
Lots of different language.
I'm telling you, I got all these people that know it all, Jim, in my...
I know it. One fucking people in the world you got.
I'm happy, bud.
Everything's
We're
good.
we're doing good.
It's never easy.
I don't want to go past where it turns into 2 lanes again,
No.
but
Well, we just call him on the phone, tell him
Yeah.
fucking He's driving 30, he's driving 90 miles an hour. It'll take about 2 minutes to get here.
then he didn't have a seatbelt on.
He didn't give me, did he say that?
No, because he realized it. And he I told him, wait till we get to the side of the road. Remember, he was swerving a little. I said, wait till we get to the side of the road. He's not going to come up on you that fast. And he waited. And he thanked me. He said that was a good...
Nice turning on that tree. That'd be fun to cut in half.
That?
See what that is, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you think that is?
It's just a knot. It's all wood all the way through, but they use them from some things because they're real gnarly, like, you know?
Really?
Yeah, that'd be
We're
cool.
talking about on the tree, there's a big... What do they call it, Jim?
Knot, I guess.
A big knot, but it's like 6 times the diameter of the tree. And Jim said they're solid wood, and they use them for, I guess, certain things.
Put places out of them.
How's baby doing, Jim?
So far, so good.
If you're interested in the trails we travel, I have a website called dogfriendlytrails.com. And you can actually map out all the trails we've done, at least map out where they're at, and it links to videos and pictures sometimes from each trail. Quite a collection that I've assembled over the past
It's probably him coming now.
25 years.
Behind you.
Now,
Paul,
I haven't been
truck's coming, right?
documenting everything that long or traveling these
Somebody's
trails.
coming.
Yep. But there are bits and pieces from the early years. And of course, for the past almost 10 years, there's pretty well documented footage, which includes training and seeing the dogs in early years getting used to doing all this and seeing how I trained them to do it. And of course, in their younger years, seeing how powerful they were. Pedal for a minute, Jim. Sorry, just resetting the camera there, folks. I'm wearing a 360, Insta360 1X, it's called, on my hat, with a battery on the back of it. Kind of interesting. Princess is still popping along. Trying to get her last little bit of mileage and see if she has any bathroom breaks to do, because probably within the next mile or so we're going to call it a day. I'll give you some mileage readings. as I get going here. As soon as we've got 11.71. And we're still going. She's got about 3 1/4 now. Remarkable.
Let's start pulling to the down here.
Yep. No, it's all good, bud. You don't. I got. I'm in control if you need me to be. You don't need a pedal.
No, I didn't want to make Princess
Work too hard. Yep. This is actually good. I'm glad he's up here, Jim.
Yeah, okay, good. I don't care where he is. Where we will be. He ain't here yet, buddy.
He might not be at the next
Hey,
one.
that's it.
I can't believe how nice it is, though. I mean, we are getting into mid-April, aren't we?
Yeah. It's April the 10th, yeah. Pretty nice.
This is about average, isn't it, for April?
It could be real cold. It could be freezing till May.
Can it?
Mm-hmm. You look at everything, it's a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
Usually silver trees come out the very first week of May. It's 2 weeks early, but that
Are they?
we're a little
We're further south, yeah.
Mhm. Flying into the sunset, yeah.
Yeah, man. Love it. Baby's still going, huh, Jim?
So far. Yeah, the squirrels, bighorns, everywhere. Yeah, it's
You're right. These are far apart.
I don't think she's going to make it all the way to the next one, do you?
I don't know. We'll see. She's going okay now.
Would you like this tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, and then rain Friday, Jim?
Well, late Friday evening. Maybe after dark.
Hmm.
Rain till Saturday morning. We're having a big snowstorm up north.
Really?
Michigan, quarter storm.
No kidding. Wow.
Baby's doing remarkably well.
She really is. Especially for the end of the day. I mean, I love it when you said I got everyone that knows it all working for me. Howdy, howdy.
Dan ain't got your ass straightened out yet.
Still learning from them, Jim.
She told me I sound like his father. I said, yeah, us old people don't know shit. Yeah. He was stupid all fucking out.
Girl.
He's got a silver spoon. He's lucky.
Old Danny boy.
The woman's still driving him crazy, man. Wish she was a fucking Usually, I'm so used to it.
How much further do you think it is up there, Jim?
Probably a mile or so. I guess.
You think so still?
I don't know, buddy. They seem to be about a mile apart, don't they?
Yeah, we've already gone since we put her down.
Half a mile?
3/4 almost.
Are they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen no more mile markers coming.
Seems like Chase is trying to pull.
You're going to be happy if you ain't at the next one.
Seems like Chase is trying to pull. See him getting down, going low?
Yep, he's a little twisted too.
Yep. He's got tension on. He's pulling. It's good for him, though. Yeah, twist ain't bothering him.
Princess gets straight twisted. She's talking.
Yeah. Yeah, just slow it up a little bit, see if we can get her back on. That's actually Jason down at the cabin.
What'd you say?
That was Jason down at the cabin. He just calls me to check in and let me know what he's done, yeah. Good girl, pretty.
You haven't been down
She's
there in
good.
2 years, 'cause I know it.
Been a while. We need to get down there. Hey, car coming. Come on. Come on, pretty.
I was fixing it, and then we had it,
Look at her, Jim. I'm going to put her on the side.
you can put her on there.
Right there on the side. See, she wants to get over there. Might give her a little more motivation. Oh, he got a
Pooping.
bathroom break. As soon as I got on the side. Look at that. That's good. Good boy, Zorro. Good boy, Zorro. Good girl, Princess.
I didn't think you had a poop up there.
You got the break for a sec? Cool.
Yeah, right now, dude.
12 miles. Yeah, we've gone 3/4 of a mile exactly. Okay, hike. Let go, break. Cool.
She's getting a lot of miles in, isn't she?
Yeah. Come on, pretty. She wants to go because he went. She wants to mark it. Let her mark it. Yep.
She's falling down.
Come on. Because she can't decide if she wants to mark it. Come on, pretty.
Take a pee, you know?
Trying to coax her along till our next stop. If we have to, we'll put her up, but I'd like to end with her on the ground, even if I've got to put her up and take her back down. That's just a good way to end it.
We've almost gone our battery extensions too. We should get about 14, 15 miles out of our batteries.
Really? I think he might have 3. Can you see how many he's got? 3?
You get 10, you get 10
Oh, yeah.
with 2, you get 15 with 3, so we'll be pretty close.
Oh, pretty.
Of course, I've been pedaling once in a while, might have helped us.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've been downhill, but we've been uphill too, so it's probably a trade-off, good trade-off. And this is all about patience, taking your time and working with your dog to get Princess to do what she's doing. But I can't stress enough the health benefits from it. Come on, pretty. She'll like this up here. I'll put her on the haul over. There she goes. Haul over. Boys.
Coming at you.
It's a sled. dog command, just telling him to move to the left, telling the dogs are moving over. Hopefully he's going to go.
He is,
Whoop, whoa, whoa.
he's fine.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much. I didn't know if he was going at first.
Didn't know
Yeah.
if he was paying attention to what the hell he was doing.
He looks like. Break for a sec, Jim. I'm going to actually pull over there. Let's give him some water. Haul over. Look at her pee. Haul over. Yeah. Cool, bud. Let's give him some water. That'll give her a little break. You good with that, Jim?
Whatever you want to do, bud. All right, look. Chris is going something for now anyway. He's still
Oh, man, my knee just cracked. Woo.
there's somebody coming at you. Be careful.
We got enough room. Yep. He's over on that side. Have a good day. Thank you, sir. Okay, folks, just doing some housekeeping here. When we're on all day, it's takes me a little time. I got to catch up on stuff.
Bobby's having a drink. He's going to put his jacket on.
She thirsty?
She's drink.
Oh, yeah. Good. She's a tough old girl, isn't she, Jimmy?
He's banging in there.
Chris found a great place to ghost hunt. This is what See you guys in about an hour.
See you guys tonight around 4 o'clock. You're far so I can find you.
They're a little thirsty, huh? Cool. So, folks, as you can see, we have fun, get a little ruckus, and give the dogs plenty of water and breaks as we go. It's been a great ride. We're right now at 12.09 miles in about 3 hours and 34 minutes. Princess has done almost. It's going to be, I believe, she'll have a mile. So that was, let me think about this. So she hit her. So we were at 2 3/4. 11 1/4. She'll almost be at 3 3/4 miles. She's done almost 4 miles. And that's fantastic. And she's hanging in there still. So we took this break, give him a little more water, and we're getting probably close to Chris, we feel like. He's got us on glimpse. We thought we were getting close before. Of course, we could stop at any given time and he would pick us up. But we're going to keep the train moving. She's got about 3 3/4 miles in, Jim.
You did really good. Keep on great.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect. Something is good. Pace is good.
Yeah, man. Haven't seen much wildlife, have we?
No, but boy, as soon as that thing hits it, this
Dark
place-
30?
This place is teeming with it.
Look at, he's drinking. So we'll see if we can squeeze any more. And again, I'm just always cognizant of the mileage we do and the conditions we run to give the dogs the best health benefits through exercise they can get. And quite frankly, when we're talking about Princess, who's 15 years old, that's part of the longevity.
Little girl, want some more water?
I believe, and part of why she can move so good because of this exercise regimen we do. Good deal, buddy.
Everybody drank till they were full.
Cool. We burned some water, didn't we, today?
Well, we've been using it. We still got some. So
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
good thing. I better not run out of water. I'll be in it. It's a very fine line there between taking too much and not enough.
Come on, Freddie. Princess.
Come on, baby.
Come on. They're eating stuff here, Jim.
Nuts.
Yeah, Zara was doing.
Acorn.
Come on. Come on.
Acorn. She's eating acorn. Come on.
So is Zorro.
I like acorn.
Come on, guys.
Acorns are better.
Hike. G over. G over.
See all the
She might be. Well,
acorns?
yep. Because she's looking around there, but let's see.
She's doing everything but doing what she's supposed to be doing.
But that's Princess. We're used to that. See, she's got a sideways gait, and she will buck the system occasionally, and that's why she'll trip herself up, but she gets right back up. And we make sure she's good to go and keep going.
Oh, we hear
Some
some hooty,
hooting owls? Yeah, too early for that.
See this laurel, them deer love this laurel.
They eat the laurel,
Yeah,
the deer.
hide
Yeah.
in it, too.
Do they hide in it?
Yeah,
Oh.
it is
But they
hide.
do eat it too?
They eat it as last resort.
As last resort. So it's not on their menu typically. They use it just to hide in.
Yep.
What's it called? Mountain laurel or laurel? Just mountain laurel.
We're going to get flowers on it, right? It's all purple and white flowers.
Oh, that gets white flowers?
Yep. Some's purple.
Some's purple.
very yellow.
Some's purple, yellow, and white, huh? I'm just repeating it so people can hear it on.
Dogwood trees are blue. Can't believe it.
Mhm.
2 weeks out.
Look, she's got another win now. Oh, Sarah. She might mark that area. Come on, Zara. Picking up a little bit on a scent, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Zorro is. But that's actually motivating her, I can see.
Too, 'cause
Yeah.
it's coloration.
You can tell by the way, can't you? So you get to learn it. And that's actually motivating her a little, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like they're following their nose.
Yeah. Can you believe we're still recording? We're still on the trail, technically.
I think that's 3 hour limit.
That's on Facebook. We're not actually broadcasting live. I'm just videoing this because we didn't have a good signal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same thing. I'll rebroadcast it.
Mm-hmm.
She's still going, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Chase.
It's a neat place and there wasn't many cars, was it?
Yeah. Really cool. We might be here when the sun sets, Jim.
Yeah.
Well, it was quite a ways between stops. I guess we were just moving so fast before I didn't notice it.
Yeah, it's, I guess there's only about 6 of them, so it's 7 miles of trail, so they're about a mile and a quarter apart, something like that.
Now, would this be where he's at, or?
6 of the crossroads, yeah. I don't know. God only knows, buddy. I thought he was at the last one. Too much for me.
So much for Jimmy D.
We had a communication problem, even when we're facing.
Oh, you know that with Chris. Come on, Freddie.
I think he's doing some other shit on that phone. He was
Come on, Freddie.
here.
Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. Once we put her up, we'd be there in 1 second, but trying to see if she wants to stay engaged or not. Come on. Squirrel jumping across the street. Come on, good girl. Well, he does get excited sometimes. If it's rustling the leaves and he's got to look for it. Yeah. It's gotta be. Come on, pretty. She's backing off a little, so we gotta go extra slow or give her a second. That's what I kind of said at the beginning that I wanted to go to, so maybe he was just feeding on that. Come on, pretty. She's almost 4 miles, Jim.
No kidding.
Yeah, 3.8 right now.
You should be as close to 4 as you can get.
Oh, pretty. That's nice. We take our time for her and get her exercise in. The boy's got good exercise, so. Come on, pretty. Once she sees the truck, she'll be excited. Come on. Come on, good girl. You got it, good girl. You got it, good girl. See, once you pick a pace up, there's Crispy. She knows it now. Am I good, Jim, getting over? G over. G over. So, folks, we're going to round this day off with almost 12.5 miles. And Princess closing in on her 4th mile. Where should I pull? Nah, you can put them up. Where should I pull, Jim?
Pull right behind you.
Behind you?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. G over. G over. Good deal, buddy. What's that? Gnats are getting you? Usually a cigarette smoke will keep them away.
That's why I'm smoking like a...
Like a chimney. Still going on my broadcast. Hey, hey, Jag. Water in the tire. Good boy, Jag. Chalk, Jim.
You figured he'd hit it before he got hit.
Jim, you can just put water in the truck. Cool, man. Still broadcasting. Everything's great. So, folks, we're wrapping up the trail here. Official stats are 12.39 miles, just shy of 4 miles for Princess. We've been out here for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Once again, this is Wednesday, April the 10th, 2019, and we are at 7:07 p.m. on near Manassas, Virginia. The name of the trail. What's the name of this park again, Chris? State Park. I believe it's Prince William State Park. The dogs did excellent. They're happy. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Always I like to end a trail, like I said, with at least Princess down. So even if I just pulled up here and put her down, that would be fine too. Prince William Forest Park. That's it. Thank you, sir. Prince William Forest Park. Excelente. Hey, Chris, you want to stay with the bike when he gets that done?
Princess can go.
Yes. Cool. Open her compartment. Hey, open her door, Chris, and push the chair forward, please. So we're preparing the truck, the dog limousine as I call it, for the dogs. We do that by putting water in their bowls and getting it ready so the dogs can get into it, easy access. Sometimes we'll put tools in the rows while they're gone that he needs to work on, etc. Okay, come on, pretty. Good girl, come on. Princess. Girl. Come on, good girl. Good girl. Stay, guys. It's okay, buddy. You good? Come on, pretty. So I can help her up these steps that come out automatically. Good girl. I'm gonna drop the windows. It's so nice out. It's simply beautiful. It's a little bit of a chill in the air, which is great for the dogs. Thanks, bud. Okay, buddy. Zara's ready. He's like, come on, Dad. Let's get the show on the road. Let me get in my truck. You got the bike, guys? Cool. If this wasn't a road, I'd let Zara go in the truck himself. Come on, good boy. Good boy. He's in. And we've got Chase. Hi, good boy. You're the best. You are the best. Chase, he did get his line a little twisted. You doing circles today, Chase? Hang on, buddy. Give me a little bit of... Takes a little bit of slack on that. It's okay, good boy. It's okay. Sometimes I gotta work this one. Hang on, good boy. Okay, bud. Stay, Chase. Stay. This one got in an unusual position because of the way Chase twisted it. Hang on, bud. It's okay. This D-ring's a little small for this. That's why this becomes so much work. Okay, buddy. Now we got you. He's Zara with his head out the window. He's like, I'm all set, Dad. Okay, buddies. There you go, Chaser. Boys. So I realized that you're not following me on the one camera because the camera's mounted to the bike, but you can hear me and sometimes see glimpses of me as I unhook the dogs. So good boy, Jack. Boy, Jack. Okay, so right now I'm gonna put, okay, Jag, it's okay, buddy. Okay, go ahead. In your truck, bud. Good boy. So, broadcast in a couple minutes. You can see Chris and Jim putting everything away, doing the load up or load down. Checking on Princess always. She's laying down. She's happy where she's at. Whoa, sorry, bud. I just opened it up on Zorro. Sorry, bud. I took the window out beneath you, didn't I? I take the dog's harnesses off. Just like this. Good boy. And when we started out, we had problems with this one harness. So what I'm going to do is take his arm right through it. Just like that. Go right, take it over his big head. Remember, Zara's got a lot of Malamute in him, about 40%. That's why he is. Oh, he took the camera off. Sorry, folks. So that was the end of the broadcast. Let me put this back right at you one more time. So I'm going to do an official sign off. I'm WooFDriver. I'm signing off. Hope you enjoyed the trail. Happy trails, and see you on another WooFDriver adventure real soon.